Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Cypher Seminars. This week, the final week, we are playing as pirates. And I, for one, am very much looking forward to it. So, let's go round and say hello to everyone. Why don't you say hello, and also tell us who you are playing today. You can tell us their name and their sentence. That would be fantastic. So, who should we start with today? Let's start with Alex. Oh, hi, Alex.
Hello, hello. I am Alex, and I am playing Ivory Gibbon, who is a hardy warrior who metes out justice.
Are they also a robot?
So,
Why?
do you want to be a lady?
Can you guess why? It's been fine all the way through the green room. All the time in the green room. Alex's voice has been so crisp and clear all the way through. As soon as I press that go live button, Dr.
It's
Roboto
just
comes.
horrid. It's just horrid.
You actually sound better now.
Do I?
Yeah.
That literally makes no sense. All I did was... No, that's not right. Okay, anyway. It's fine. Whatever. I don't care. So, hardy warrior meets out justice. She's massive and she knows it. And the rest of the crew knows it as well.
Of course, everyone knows. So let's go to the next person in the crew. Let's go to Russ. Oh, hi, Russ.
Hi, I'm going to be playing Nishar Nitty Grove, who is a tongue-tied adept who lives in the wilderness.
Tongue-tied adept who lives in the wilderness. That's absolutely beautiful. And last but most certainly not least, we have Jay.
Hey. So, I'm playing Bree, who is a clumsy, stealthy warrior who explores deep waters.
That makes sense for a pirate. That does make sense for a pirate. It seems...
I know, right?
Alex, it seems you've been gifted a sub also. Thank you very much to Tater, who gifted you a sub. That's her 71st sub, I believe.
Thank you very much.
Is it your
Jesus Christ.
They did leave it for about a week on 69, I think, just for the lols.
Good,
As you should.
as they should.
As is custom. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Tater. And Alex, you have a reroll to keep or gift.
Oh,
Do I have to decide now?
No.
Okay, I'll sit on that one.
But if you could decide by the end of the intro, that would be fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Because otherwise I'll forget about it. So let's stay with Jay then. Jay, why don't you tell us about your type?
Wait, I will do. When I bring it up, what's my type? Is that clumsy?
Valid, I'm doing exactly the same thing right now. Grabbing the rulebook, as is
Oh
custom.
no, that's my descriptor. Oh, I opened the wrong thing.
You're a warrior, dear.
I'm a stealthy warrior. So, I actually got the flavor page at this time. So, I'm a stealthy warrior. So, from the stealthy part, I'm good at sneaking around, obviously. I got...
Some things.
I know, I'm doing well.
I think you're doing wonderfully, Jay.
At least we're consistent.
You can tell. So I'm going to go back to my fast character sheet because it just puts it all together and that's easier.
You could just read from there. That'd be absolutely fine.
So yeah, I'm a stealthy warrior. So I am practiced with all weapons. I can use any weapon. This is automatic, but I still need to do the action and the roll, whatever. But I can use whatever weapon I want. Extra edge. So I have an edge in both speed and might instead of one or the other. Remember I said I explored deep waters? So, this is one of the reasons I picked Stealthy Warrior. I've got Create Water. So for 2 intellect points, I can get a water bubble to shoot up from the ground, and water flows from that spot for a minute, creating up to a gallon of water from nowhere. Just water. Just met water. Come out of absolutely nowhere.
Essentially create a spring.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Why not?
Beautiful.
Ledger main. Perform small but seemingly impossible tasks, moving small objects from one hand to another, changing the colour of something, things like that. Making someone think they've got something they haven't, or that they haven't got something they have, you know.
Yeah.
And also opportunist. So I have an asset on any attack roll I make against a creature that has already been attacked at some point during that round and is within immediate range of where I am.
And for us, visually, for us RP nerds, how much do you lean towards warrior and how much do you lean towards stealth? Are you a butch stealthy person? Are you a sleek?
More towards stealthy.
More towards stealth.
I think because she does a lot of swimming as well, so I feel she'd be more lean. Otherwise, she might just sink and not be a very good swimmer.
That's exactly how that works.
Yep.
Fantastic. And also a little bit of fun for everyone in chat. If anyone can put the correct spelling of foxhole in the that's a navy term, a foxhole, in the chat, I would love that. The correct spelling. Next, let's go to Russ. Oh, hi, Russ. What is your type?
I'm playing an adept.
An adept.
So the adepts are sort of like the more mental sort of, think like mages, that sort of thing. So it means I get extra Cypher use, but I don't have any, I believe. But I chose 4 special abilities. I took hedge magic, so I can perform little tricks like change the color of something, cause things to float, clean certain areas. I took scan, so basically I can use a magical scan to identify anything dangerous or anything like traps, monsters, that sort of thing in an area. I took Sculpt Flesh, which causes me or a willing creature to grow claws and fangs for 10 minutes, which does a lot more damage. I also took Ward, which gives me +1 armor, but I'm trained with no weapons or any sort of fighting abilities.
You used to fight when you got claws, man.
I mean, that's exactly where my brain went. Beautiful. I love it. Congratulations to Tater. No incorrect guesses, just straight in. Correct spelling of foxhole. Foxhole being the navy pronunciation of forecastle. Next up, before we go to Alex, bosun. The correct spelling of bosun. Oh, hi, Alex. What's your type?
So I'm also a warrior, which is... Hold on, trying to retrieve a cap from the cabinet that's got my PC on it. Ow! Sit there, please. Right, so I just feel I need to cover my stats for this one because I've gone a bit min-maxy just to make a change.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah, exactly. Bang it is. So Ivory has 20 might, 10 speed, and 8 intellect. Just yeah, we can see how this character's going to go.
I cannot wait. I know exactly how I'm going to play this character. I mean, how you're going to play this character. Sorry.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, warrior, I am practiced with all weapons. I have an extra edge, meaning I've got an edge in speed and might, rather than just one. Ouch, thank you, cat. I've also got no need for weapons, which obviously makes sense. My physical attacks, punches, kicks, that sort of thing, are the equivalent of a light weapon. I have the ability Overwatch, which by spending 1 intellect point, I can use a ranged weapon to target a limited area, such as a doorway, a hallway, another side of a clearing, something like that. And I can make an attack against a viable target when it enters that area. I'm really trying to see over a cat, but she's now biting my hands. Thank you. This is going to be fun. Cheers. What does that do? Basically, it's like a reactive action. So if someone enters that particular area, I get an automatic attack against them. So all good there. And lastly, I've got Control the Field, which means I can make a melee attack that inflicts 1 less point of damage, ouch, against an enemy. But regardless of whether or not I hit the target, I get to maneuver into another position. So it's an attack and move at the same, one thing. And the cat has now gone away, which is a bonus.
And do you get, does it give you any minor or major effect suggestions in type? For example, does it say major effect suggestion if you press Q, the ship explodes for Overwatch?
It doesn't, I'm afraid.
It doesn't, okay. Press Q and win, nothing like that, okay.
Definitely not that. I don't win ever.
And congratulations again, Tater. Bosun, incorrect first time this time, but it is of course boatswain, the naval pronunciation of the word boatswain, bosun. We could go on, but most of them are like cookie, which is, you know, not as easy, not as fun.
I think my guess was better.
I did like your guess, which I can have a go at pronouncing if you like. But few were free from Cthulhu Fatagan in Riley. What?
That's good.
Sounds good.
Good job. You got it.
Alex,
Yes,
why don't you tell us about your descriptor?
which is hardy. I'm going to move my character sheet over here so it actually looks like I'm looking at everybody. Sorry.
You mean so you can pretend to look at us? Is that what we are doing? Okay.
Well, actually, I'm kind of like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All right, fine. Twist it. So, hardy. I have the abilities Fast Healer, which halves the time it takes to make any recovery roll to a minimum of 1 action, which is quite handy. I am trained in all might defense actions. And I have the ability which is Unstoppable. While you're impaired on the damage track, you function as if you were hail. While you are debilitated, you function as impaired. Basically, it's just 1 level less. So I'm only considered impaired when I'm debilitated. However, if all my stat pools reach 0, I'm still dead.
So
which is
essentially,
fine.
you can hold out. So instead of slowing to half speed, you stay normal. Instead of slowing to 0 speed, you go to half speed, and
Yeah.
then you die.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, there are a few downsides to this. I am ponderous, which whenever I apply effort to make a speed roll, I have to spend 1 extra point for my speed pool, just because I'm slower, being the large muscular build that I am. And I also have inability on initiative, which means because my strong body is slow to react naturally, the difficulty of any task involving initiative is increased by 1 step.
So you're okay and then suddenly dead.
Yeah, everything's fine. But also, I'm the Juggernaut.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So next, Russ has just taken a quick break, so we'll go to 3.
Hi. So, my character is clumsy. Yeah. So, I got -2 to my speed pool. Oh my god, the cat's come to me now. Got Butterfingers. Hello. Oh, hello. But +2 to my might pool because I'm thick-muscled. I have a certain lovable charm, so trained in pleasant interactions and stuff. You know, just nice, basically. Just a second. So I have dumb luck, which means a GM can introduce a GM intrusion to me based on my clumsiness without awarding me XP. However, if this happens, 50% of the time, the clumsiness works to my advantage.
Yes, beautiful. I love it. There might be a lot of grey area with respect to where the advantage is, but this will be fantastic.
Yeah. That's fine. So I got skills. Basically, I have ball-like qualities. So I'm trained in breaking things. How great is that? But inability, difficulty of any task that involves balance, grace, hand-eye coordination, or me paying any attention, basically, is increased by 1 step.
All of these characters seem to end up having some part of you in them, Jane.
I know.
It's
good to know.
It's incredible. And lastly, for a descriptor, let's go to Russ with Nishar.
So I am tongue-tied, which means that while I do have additional might and speed, I'm also trained in perception and initiative, unless it's a social situation. But my 2 big favorite parts about this character is the inabilities. I have an inability for social interaction and also verbal communication that relays information. So both of those 2 things are increased by 1 difficulty step.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Fantastic, fantastic. Well, why don't we stay with you for the descriptor?
Okay.
No, not the
For
descriptor.
my
That's one we just did. The focus. There we go.
focus.
I know how to
For
play this game. It should've been
descriptor,
12
I chose lives in the wilderness. Let me scroll down to that.
You
All right,
dwell in the
so-
wilds. There we go.
For lives in the wilderness, I am trained in wilderness navigation and identifying plants and creatures, and I also receive an extremely reliable compass. Just some fun little stuff.
A reliable compass, a useful thing on a ship. Very useful. Let's go next to Alex with Ivory.
Okay, so focus on this one is meets out justice, which is essentially I'm judge, jury, and executioner. That kind of thing. So I have the ability of make judgment, which means I'm skilled in discerning the truth of a situation, seeing through lies, or otherwise overcoming deception. Quite handy. And I also have designation, which lets me assign an innocent or guilty label to a creature within immediate range, based on my general assessment of a given situation or predominant feeling. In other words, someone who's labeled as innocent can be innocent of certain circumstances, or innocent of terrible crimes, that sort of thing. Someone that's guilty is then guilty of a particular crime, basically the opposite. The assessment needs to be it needs to be accurate, and I may need to justify my justification to Scrap. But if I deem someone as innocent, any social interactions are considered one step easier. It doesn't say whether that's just for me. I imagine it is, but it might be nice to affect everybody as well. And anyone that is considered guilty, any attacks I make against them are one step easier.
Fantastic. And when we're in somewhere like Booty Bay or Buccaneers Shore, I mean, I imagine your assessments will be quite easy. Because after all, who is innocent?
So, nobody.
In Booty Bay, no one.
Can confirm.
Jay.
Hey, so my focus, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
is right. So I'll explain how I got here. I've got explores deep waters because I wanted to be a fisherman, and I spent so long earlier reading through all of the things on Cypher and that they don't have a fisherman, but I got the next best thing. So instead of fishing, I now go in the water. So explores deep water. I got diver. I can safely dive into water from heights of up to 100 feet or 30 meters, and I can withstand pressure in water as deep as 100 feet or 30 meters. I can hold my breath for up to 5 minutes, but my character also then gets a special device. When I put it in my mouth, it allows me to breathe underwater for up to 4 hours at a time. I am a trained swimmer, so while I'm underwater, I'm trained in escaping, perception, sneaking, any form of swimming tasks, and also identifying aquatic creatures and geography. So lots of stuff underwater. Couldn't be a fisherman, so I got the next best part of that.
I mean, I'm tempted to say, and feel free to disagree with me, I'm tempted to say that Bree is likely to be the captain out of this group. You may disagree.
Yes. Alex isn't here, so he can't disagree.
Wait.
I actually agree. I wouldn't disagree on that one.
I would probably say, as you've got a compass, Nitty, and you can do that sort of thing, I would probably say that perhaps you're the bosun.
Okay.
If that's cool with you, charge of
Yeah, I'm
navigation,
cool with that.
charting, maps, and all that sort of thing.
I just don't really say, I just point.
Alex could be the wanderer who picked him up somewhere. So.
Alex, well, I mean,
So
with
where
all
it
his
came
strength, he probably is your literal
First
muscle.
mate.
You know.
Yeah.
Probably not. I wouldn't say first mate. We'll make the first mate an NPC or something, or maybe the NPC. Oh no, I know the first mate's missing. Yeah, that's good. The first mate's missing. Cookie. He could be Cookie. Cooking downstairs. Not particularly good, but who needs to be good on a ship? Let's see what he thinks of this as he comes back. They think of this. Welcome back, Alex.
You're muted.
You're muted. But while you was away, we kind of battered the idea around that Jay would be the captain,
Yeah, I
Nitty
heard.
would be the bosun, and you'd be Cookie. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good
awesome.
with that.
So, we'll all be sitting in a bar to begin with. In a bar on the Buccaneer coast somewhere. Perhaps a bay that hasn't even been rightfully discovered yet, just some island that pirates have taken over as their own. You've all come this way because you've heard tell of a map which leads to great treasure. Your first mate came with you. Why don't we all roll some initiative for this, our tutorial? The initiative
You
roll...
forgot about the tutorial.
The initiative roll will determine our order in which we take things, and the higher it is, the easier the challenge.
Oh god, I rolled 3.
So you're in this bar looking for information about a treasure map. Some sort of booty is out there to be discovered. Nitty, how would you go about discovering more about this map?
Nitty is going to spend the time sort of listening. He knows that he's not very good at talking to people, so he's more or less just listening to other people's conversations, trying to glean some information from them.
Okay. So listening feels like an intellect roll to me. Do you
Okay.
have anything that makes it easier or harder?
I have perception.
Perception skills, fantastic. You can use that.
Okay.
So make it one track easier. So you can press the dice next to perception, and it should come up and ask you what difficulty the challenge
Difficulty.
is. Yes.
All right.
To
I'm
dis-
going to spend.
Hang on. To discover information about this treasure map, we'll make it difficulty free.
Difficulty 3. Okay.
Now,
And I'll spend an effort,
You can-
perhaps.
you can indeed spend an effort. Now, an effort would normally cost you 3 intellect. Do you have an edge?
I do have 1 edge.
With 1 edge, it'll only cost you 2 intellect to spend 1 level of effort. Now, because this is a one-shot, I don't listen to the effort level 1 thing. We get rid of that. It's a one-shot. We're having fun. So you can spend as much effort as you like at any time.
Okay.
If you'd like to spend more every second... Oh, it doesn't matter. There you go.
Ooh.
With a minor effect, you smash the difficulty-free challenge.
That's a great roll.
That is a cracking roll. The minor effect is not only do you discover someone leaving the bar in a dark, what looks like a Civil War, military coat, but black instead of red, with a hat and mask on. They're sort of shuffling out of the bar. You can just about see the tattered edge of a tea-stained scroll sticking out of their pocket.
Seeing that, Nitty would tap both Bree and Ivory, and then just point.
So, Ivory, the destroy
Yeah.
everything cookie.
Well, I mean, yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if I'm wrong, you can correct
zero
me.
Chill.
Yeah.
No. She's yeah. I mean, she's not a very good cook. Let's just leave it at that.
You see
Okay,
this
so-
gentleman leaving the bar.
And Nitty's just said, or gestured towards them being a person of interest. So I think Ivory will quite quickly for her, stand up and make her way towards the door straight away.
Your microphone's cracking up again.
Oh.
As soon as the game starts.
Does your cat just
Yeah,
eat your wire? Is that what happens?
I haven't noticed teeth marks, but I wouldn't rule it out.
She's actually climbed up the shelves next to Alex's computer. She's about this far from the ceiling, and she's just staring down at him at the moment.
Mhm.
I really
He's planning
hope.
on jumping.
I really hope midstream we get a death from above. I would absolutely love that clip. If it happens, watch out for it. I want that clip.
Okay, it'll happen. It probably will happen, actually. She's quite content at the moment, but, you know.
You never know. That'll change in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So you follow this gentleman outside, and as you sort of do you discreetly shuffle your way through the bar? Do you fling people out of your way, left, right, and center?
I was going to say, yeah, Ivory is not discreet at all.
Okay.
No, she's just going to, bowl her way through the crowd.
As you are bowling your way through the crowd, we'll make this free. You're pretty strong anyway, so we'll just aesthetically say that you can knock chairs, tables with people sitting on them, flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Alex has got a bit of thing about throwing tables, yeah.
Look. Shush.
You can get to the door, and as you get to the door, you can see this figure now halfway to the docks, running.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't really fancy shooting him right away.
Not right away. In a moment, maybe.
Shoot him in the leg.
Although I could.
I think most people stop running if you shoot him in the leg.
So you said 3
I mean,
minutes.
or the
3
stop.
minutes is about right.
Really?
No,
Oh,
no,
Jesus
she's going the other way. It's
Christ.
fine.
Oh, she's coming back.
No,
Uh-oh.
We're trying to play. Cat, just sit down.
There's like a massive bookshelf in between us, so she's just walking up and down.
Pacing. So have I got anything? Is there anything around that I could? Oh wait, no. I'll just yell at the top of my voice. You stop. In a authoritative manner.
They continue to run.
How far away are they?
At this point, they've been running. The time it took you to cross the bar would have probably been about, let's say, even knocking people aside, it would have taken you 50 seconds to a minute and a half.
Yeah,
which is enough time for them to get about 500 meters away.
Oh, I mean that's a long shot for a cannon anyway. Well, I mean let's give it a go. I'm going to try and shoot them in the back with a cannon. Yep.
Is that a speed roll?
It could be.
I mean,
Not
It's a
with the
ranged
cannon. I'm not
attack?
throwing the cannon at them. I'm firing the cannon.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I guess aiming the cannon and applying the flint to the
Yeah, I
thing.
think that's more of a dexterous thing. Aiming a cannon, full stop.
Yeah, and not at a ship, at a singular person running down the road.
Yeah.
Give us a speed roll, difficulty 6.
I feel that's fair. No, I don't really think I've got justification at the moment to assume that he's a villain, whatever it is.
Miscreant.
Guilty. Yeah. Difficulty 6, which is actually impossible.
Currently.
Well, yeah.
It's not
I
impossible.
would-
If you roll 18 or higher.
Yeah, true. Okay, so I'm going to spend some effort, which I can't actually spend a lot of because every time I spend effort, it costs me more. I
mean,
feel
come on.
I've made a major flaw with this character.
Russ bowled on in and rolled a 19 on their first roll. So, I mean...
So I've got to roll a 1.
Yeah, I've actually stolen all the luck. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that.
I was going to say, anyone that's joined us for any of the Cypher seminars so far knows that I had no luck to begin with. Right, I'll spend 2 points of effort. And I fail.
You do fail.
Horribly.
As you fail, the cannonball goes over their head. And I would like to bring in another mechanic for the tutorial. I would like to offer you an intrusion.
Yeah, done.
You get an XP and one to gift.
Okay. I will gift it to Nitty.
Nitty, you have 1 XP. You can use XP to re-roll a dice, or if you have 2 XP, you can use it to intrude on me the same way that I intrude on you. But you have to spend them. You spend them. They're like a currency.
Okay.
So, Ivory, as this cannonball goes over their head, it lands at the base of the harbour on the jetty, and there's a large hole opens in the jetty, and the jetty starts to crumble in on itself. This person skips across the crackling harbour and into a small schooner, which looks very nippy. It looks like a very nippy schooner. It's quite blade shaped. It's not like your little fishing schooner. It's a nippy thing.
Well,
3. You leave the bar to see Ivory destroy the jetty.
Why?
that I was trying, all right?
So, I know that they're going after this person, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I tapped you on the shoulder and pointed at them as they left.
Cool. Did you actually tell us why, or am I just like just aimlessly coming after you anyway?
No. Then he doesn't say much. He knows better than to do that.
I'm just following. I don't think I could do anything particularly that helps.
Well, they are sailing away, and you do have a boat in the harbour.
Yeah, I mean that would help, but oh yeah, I'm the captain. Used to being a captain or something. All right, let's get the boat. Come on. My crew are awful. Can't catch one bloody person. Shot him with a cannon. Who misses with a cannon?
I mean, she didn't miss everything.
She missed the
Could have
target.
been worse. Could have been worse.
Like, you didn't even get him with collateral damage.
I mean, you know how it is. The jetty probably needed refurbishing anyway.
There's no probably about it. It definitely did.
This is a pirate jetty. It's not like they maintain it well.
Exactly.
Scrap,
Yes.
I have a question. So I finally have enough scrap points to gift a monster. But
Oh,
can I
kidding
do
me.
it so
You
you
don't.
choose it? I have been gambling the shit out of your points. I have 53,000 points. But it says it's a monster of my choice, but can I gift it to you and you choose it? Because obviously I'm a player, so like...
Yes, that is something that you can totally do.
Your redemption was successful. Please allow the broadcaster time to complete the request.
Well, I'll get on that immediately. Oh my god, that's the first time we've had someone redeem a monster.
Suddenly,
My stream goals are complete. I've wanted to do that for so long.
release the Kraken!
I'm so happy.
I mean, yeah.
Right. It is the finale. But yeah,
Welcome's over. Everyone go home.
you can choose the monster, not me. Because I feel, as I'm a player, I feel like it kind of just seems the point. Kind of, if I choose it, you know, and it's more fun if you choose it. Right, everyone, get on the ship. Ivory is not allowed to use the cannons on the ship. She might blow our ship up.
No, I'm very good at firing the cannons away from the place I'm at.
It's not actually hitting what you're trying to hit.
Look,
I'm
it's a
going to
small target,
modify
alright?
the way that Ivory aims. We'll keep what happened a minute ago, but we'll say that instead of using the cranks and levers and things to aim, like, which would very much be dexterity, we'll say that Ivory can balance the cannon on their shoulder, so it becomes a might action to aim. How's that? Does
yeah,
that
I'm
stop
totally
your
down with that.
Does that stop your character from being broken, Ivory?
Well, I mean, it's not. It might. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so. I could see what you were going for, and I think I might have single-handedly, by suggesting it was speed instead of might, destroyed your min-maxing.
I feel like it's going to be one of those things that we laugh about, but I also mock her about because we're friends. So I'm going to mock her for that time that she missed her target.
Often.
And shot the entire jetty instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, we better leave quite quick, actually. You blew some stuff
Yeah,
up with a
definitely.
cannon. Let's go.
It's only like a small cannon.
It is a pirate town, but like blowing up the jetty's bad for everyone.
Agreed.
Yeah,
you go.
you don't hear like whistles or anything. You just, as you're running towards the ship, see people drawing knives and looking at you.
Yeah, we're like, crap. We better leave.
So, you can each, we'll give it to you as a free action that you can navigate the jetty or swim to the ship one way or another. You're going to get there. And Bree, giving chase to this small schooner, which is already out of the harbour bay and out of the way. You're going to need you to roll something to see which way they're going. See if you can help Nitty chart them. Give chase.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Intellect, I think. And if Nitty would like to help, that would give you one step easier.
Yes, I have perception and my extremely reliable compass. I don't know how useful compass is to chase a ship that we can see, but
Yeah, no, that totally works though. It makes it one step easier. We're gonna make it. We're not gonna go for the usual, the last roll's difficulty 10 thing this week. Although
Don't do
difficulty 10 is impossible. We're gonna go difficulty 6 again.
But he's helped me, hasn't he? So,
5.
what is this? Intellect. Oh, the only thing I don't have an edge in. You know, if I go underwater, then I'm trained in geography. I don't know. I don't know
just to
why.
quickly drown the captain while we're at it.
I could hold my breath for 4 hours, mate. Crack on. Right, 6. I'm not gonna put any effort in. No, wait. It's a 5, isn't it?
It's a 5, yeah.
It's a 5, yeah.
Because it gave me a thing.
Assist, yep.
Oh.
It's a failure, and the failure is for this reason. As you take your spyglass out to see which way the schooner is going,
Am I gonna drop it?
you fail to check which way it's going. In shock, as you see the first mate of your ship remove their hat and mask and look back at you.
Oh, great.
Mutiny.
You know, we really need to up our interview process.
We'll say this
With
first
pirate.
mate's been your first mate for like 10 years.
Oh,
Were they my friends? Did I let them skip the
Fail.
interview process? They
Probably.
got like friends job.
You might have known them
instead.
since you were a child. I think they were someone close. Name your best friend as a child. Tell us about your best friend as a child, Brie.
We went to pirate school together. Yeah, you don't become a captain through just walking around and stealing shit and going on someone's boat. You have to go to pirate school. There's qualifications involved in that, man.
In the distance, someone
There's a
else.
whole
Exactly
degree.
how I did it.
Yeah, but I passed. She did not. That's how she became first mate.
First mate.
It's a cutthroat world. It's hard life. Just suck it up.
So,
If you've been to pirate school, you'd understand, Ivory.
yeah, Ivory.
Alright.
God. So. We're gonna wind forward time. 1 week ahead. You've been tracking this schooner, trying to find which way it went, looking at small islands, and you will eventually, by the end of this little sequence, see it sitting in a bay lashed to some rocks, not scuppered, but bobbing on the shore. However, whilst we were at sea, some things happened. To Nitty
oh no.
and Bree. Can each of you please roll me a D100 as we hit 10 retweets and our follower goal for the day? Thank you very much, everyone.
I love this so much.
Oh my!
100
I'm never gonna roll that good again.
and a 94, so I hope high is good.
Well, I mean, we're about to find out.
If you roll 100, you literally enter another dimension.
Yeah, just gone like bye.
So, in your haste to give chase, you forgot to restock your inventory. So, Cookie had to get a bit inventive with food and drinks. Because obviously, water is mostly rancid in this time. Most people brew beer so that it's drinkable through the boiling process.
Oh no.
But one time, as Ivory's getting inventive, she gives you a grey-black creamy broth, which she calls soup.
Look, I don't have a lot to work with. I do what I can.
It looks like death.
Well, maybe that's what we'll call it.
What does it smell like? Does it smell bad or does it smell good?
I think
It's
it's
sort-
predominantly cabbage.
She'll give this to Nitty first, and Nitty, it sort of smells like acidic cabbage.
We're too fussy nowadays, you know.
It was the last thing in stock. It was going like it was starting to
Did he
decay.
take
Starting to
Bite.
go. Maybe they used lemons to try and make it smell fresh. It's just really strong acid smell.
You've got to fend away the scurvy. All right.
Nitty takes a bite, like sticks a spoon in, and like slowly lifts it up to like see if it's smoking or anything.
It's not smoking or anything, but it sort of sits slackly in the spoon. You are pretty hungry though.
Nitty eats it.
It tastes like bile.
Oh, good. Nitty vomits.
And as you vomit, you sort of it splashes on your front, and your front starts to just glow a sort of ghostly color.
Ivory, where did you find that food?
Well, I kind of made it.
A magic.
Gemson coming in with the 5,000 bits. Giant hugs to one of his favorite casts. Thank you so much, Gem.
Thanks, Jam. I'm going to assume it's not me.
Oh, shut up.
Jay, for a 100, I'd like you to roll me another D100, please.
Oh no.
What's wrong with my 100 roll?
Nothing, but it requires a second potion.
Oh,
Well, that's not better.
okay. 95.
If only you got 94 too.
So, Ivory takes on this feedback from Nitty about the food, them volunteering, and tries to improve the recipe. What they put in front of you, Bree,
Yep.
is a violet colour with ice chunks.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
It's
I'm hardened from pirate school
It's sort of,
Hardened from my cooking.
and that.
so it sort of tastes like a spikenard. Spikenard is one of those. They look a bit like the plants your mum used to have in her garden. Hang on. Google says also called nardinum muskroot is a class of aromatic amber-coloured essential oil derived from the Nardostachys jatamansi, a flowering plant of the valerian family which grows in the Himalayas of Nepal, China, and India.
Yeah, I know they are. Just googled them.
That's what it tastes like. So they've clearly used some sort of like flower oil to try and.
It looks like it wouldn't taste too bad.
However, when you lift it up, you can see that it's not. If you pour it, for example, you can see that it's not just violet on top. Underneath, it's orange and white layered.
How did you do that?
Skills, me.
When it's poured back, does it like go right back into its layers? Like, does it stay separated?
After a moment, it mixes for a second and then separates, like it's literally a matter of
Like oil and
densities.
water. Like just.
Except it's 3 layers instead of 2, which is worse.
Oil, water, and washing up liquid.
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah.
So as you drink this, a sixth finger sprouts on one of your hands.
The left one.
And so you now have a sixth finger. And
Oh.
thanks to the 100, that is permanent.
Oh, my gloves don't fit anymore.
Just cut a hole in them.
I'm gonna have to. Fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves.
Gonna have to.
So you arrive. You arrive at this. This. It's not even really a bay. It's a rocky coastline type thing. And there's this boat abandoned. It looks like they swam the rest of the way in. What would you like to do?
So I think Ivory will turn to the captain, you know, being the very knowledgeable sailor that she clearly isn't, and observe that if the boat's been left this far out, chances are there's rocks or something under the water, so we probably don't want to take the ship in too close. But it's just an observation, Captain. Like, don't take my word on it or anything.
No, that's fine. We'll take your word for it.
Really?
Yeah, if there's not rocks, you're walking off the plank. Responsibility when you talk to the captain.
Okay.
You won't walk off the plank. We need you to feed us.
Sure.
I can't cook for myself. I'm captain.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh my god! I'll remember which songs I picked in a second.
Yeah, I heard that change. It was strange.
It was very sudden, wasn't it?
Nitty looks at the captain and says, "There's another ship. We could get money from it, right?"
Absolutely.
Give it a good go. Pillage.
This schooner, there's a sail that'd be worth quite a bit. The boat is worth more than anything inside it, is what you discover.
That's fair. So how big is our ship?
Good question. You tell me.
Well, I don't think with the three of us it's realistically a galleon.
It could be. We just
Unless
can't,
we just
can't drive it very well.
yeah, we just stole that and single-handedly.
Specifically because of the fact that we don't have a first mate anymore, so now it's just 3.
Yeah.
We were a balanced, equal crew, and there was 4. As soon as we hit 3, it's been a train wreck
Ruined.
or a shipwreck.
Not yet, but it's got pretty close a couple of times.
We're really struggling. You guys can swim, right?
There's a few times when the captain's just standing back, like starboard bow, first mate. Oh, damn it!
It's like, guys, someone go there.
Who's steering now? Who steers this thing?
It was steering.
Meanwhile, Ivory's sat there like spinning the wheel round at the same time she's mixing something in a bowl.
Multitasking.
Didn't catch up because you were just steering the wheel in a circle. We just kept turning.
It's like trying to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time. If you've got really bad coordination, you just end up like turning both of them at once.
I just
So
imagine-
we were just going around in circles.
Yeah, I can't
Nitty.
drive. I actually have an inability for anything that involves hand-eye coordination.
Oh my god!
I just imagine Nitty being downstairs, looking at his compass as it spins in circles. We need to go. Stop! No, port! Stop! Port!
But I actually think we've just found the game that's probably going to break. It's not going to break Cypher. It's just going to break Scrap.
Oh no, we're fine. We're just fine.
I think we could all agree we need to get off the boat.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go round and round. Like, let's
Yep.
just dock here.
Okay.
Drop the anchor. Gun.
I'll drop the anchor. How do we do that again?
I don't know. Captain, I don't
Well,
do stuff.
Ivory, there's an
The first
easy
mate
way to
always-
drop the anchor.
Okay.
Throw it off.
Yeah, I mean, I could just lug it over the side. Do it by hand.
Only easy for you, but there it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Make sure, obviously, it's still attached to the boat, otherwise that
Yeah,
would defeat the
someone's
point.
put some nasty trapping over the anchor to, like, it's like pinned to the deck somehow, like with a chain.
Oh. Well, can I use something to lever it off?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Oars are probably unlikely. I don't know.
We could have spare oars
Yeah, but they're only wood. They're not really going to be good for
or
leverage.
swords.
I mean,
You're a pirate, man.
carrying a metal cannon.
I know, but I don't want to Yeah, fine. I'll use my cannon.
I swear to God, if you break my ship.
Oh, okay, you're bashing it. Because for a moment I was going to say,
no.
remember 5 minutes ago we said not to shoot the ship?
I'm not doing that either.
I don't know if bashing it is any better.
No, so I'm gonna put the cannon underneath the chain and then just lever it.
Okay.
No bashing. I'm just
No bashing. No bashing.
No.
So, since you're levering and you're going about this cleverly, this will only be a difficulty 3 might roll.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you watch. 1.
Here it comes. I'm so excited.
Strap in, everybody.
That was my favourite roll ever.
What, the 2 consecutive ones? I love that clip.
Yeah, out of any game.
Fuck you.
You do have a reroll.
I do. I'm not going to use it yet.
Okay, so you try and lever up this thing, and it's just not working. You sort of maybe you start to lever the chain up, and you see a bit of the decking start to come up, and just
I immediately stop, put it down. Just like scuff my foot over the bit that just started to lift, just so no one notices. I'm gonna call out to Nitty. Hey, do you know how to release the anchor? I've literally no idea.
I think we, like, press something or, like, just throw it off.
Yeah, I need to be able to pick it up first.
I mean,
It's
it,
kind of stuck.
You know, neither of you are doing very well at getting towards being promoted to first mate.
Nitty, you can see there's like a pin going through the chains where this thing is, which is holding it to the deck.
I, like, go over and I, like, take out the pin.
And the anchor drops! And the anchor drops off the ship.
Perfect. Thanks for helping.
Hey guys, it wasn't very hard, was it?
No, Captain.
And I'm actually going to put the pin in my pocket so that if anyone comes to board the ship, they won't be able to keep the anchor there.
Oh, that's a really good
Fine.
idea.
New thinking.
They'd have to be able to actually lift the anchor up first. That's why we got Ivory.
Ivory knows how to pick up the anchor, but putting it down is too much.
Yeah, that's right. Too
Just
complex.
stand there holding it for ages.
Pulls it all the way up and then goes, First mate, do your magic! So, the anchor is weighed. The ship floats gently on the tide.
Let's get swimming.
Yeah, are we swimming or do we have like
I'm
a
swimming.
Oh, okay. Captain Dolphin over there.
Yeah, we don't have a little boat because I like water and I like to watch other people have to try and swim. And also,
The good thing we're fairly close to land because I'm going to sink.
Ivory dropped the anchor on it once. So she broke
That
our
sounds
little
quite
thing.
likely.
Now we don't have one.
The
Oh.
first boat was the anchor. The second boat was the cannon.
Yes. Or is that what the first mate took? Take our little boat.
Is that our boat?
Is that a boat?
As all of you dive under the water,
Yes.
you can indeed see that there are sharp rocks under here.
Oh, well done, Ivory. You survive another day.
You can also see lights under the water in an underwater cave beyond the coast, like under the coast.
Anyway,
Ooh.
I've got my little breathy thing in. I could breathe for 4 hours. I hope you guys can hold your breath quite well.
So Gree just starts dolphining their way down.
Yeah.
How do
That's
Ivory and Nitty handle
I was
it?
going to say, I think Ivory's gonna like hold out an arm and just
Sink.
for Nitty to grab hold of it, and then she'll just stop kicking, and then she'll just sink, and then we'll walk along the bottom.
Sharp rocks.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna sink that quickly. I wouldn't have thought I'll sink that quickly.
I mean, the anchor is going down to the floor. You could.
I'll ride it down.
Jump off
Right
the
down like a fireman's pole.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah.
Okay, so you can. It's more of sort of like pulling yourselves down, I think. Because no
Yeah.
matter how much you weigh, unfortunately, the density of human bodies is lighter than water.
I do carry a cannon.
Oh, that's a good point. That would
Take
drag
the
you
cannon
down.
with you.
It's her sidearm.
It's useless now. It's wet.
What do you do with the gunpowder?
Oh, it's in a little pouch. It's fine.
It's in a
Leather,
box.
It's in a box. Look, it's fine. It's waterproof.
It's in a water.
Might be waterproof.
I'm sure we'll find out later.
You could have put it in like a bottle. You know, they send like messages.
Yeah, a bottle with a cork in it.
A bottle
You
of
just
cork.
have you just have a clear bottle of gunpowder.
Oh, I know.
That can't be dangerous.
It's ivory.
What can possibly go wrong?
Dangerous for me.
We're just used to it now. Like we don't even question it. We're just like, oh, no, it's ivory with a bottle of gunpowder.
I'll tell you what, if you
Question.
like Ivory, you can have a bandolier full of small bottles, each one being one shot of gunpowder. How's that?
That's a lot of glass.
That is
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
brilliant.
Question. How do you hold all the cannonballs for this thing?
No, they're not that heavy.
Okay.
They're like.
Got like a
I like to
rucksack of
think- I like
cannonballs.
to think that you just have like a necklace made of cannonballs. You just pop one off and stick it.
Yeah.
Is it
Pirate
like
Zenyatta.
full-size cannonballs, or is it like mini cannonballs?
No. I posted. a
That's your
picture of it.
Overwatch ability. You've got the Zenyatta necklace.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's that sort of thing. Yeah, they're just cannonballs. It's fine. That's how I sink so well.
So with, with all of this
Smack
weight,
them up now.
Ivory jumps into the water and just sinks rapidly and starts walking along the bottom. Can you please each give me a might check for keeping hold of your breath?
Can I use swimming with this?
Yes, I reckon you could.
And
I have a
what's the
device
difficulty?
that goes in my mouth that allows me to breathe for 4 hours.
Bree, you are fine. You've got a ticket to ride here.
Well, shit. Difficulty of holding my breath.
Well, no, it's going to be one of them things. It's only difficulty 1 at the moment.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you got an edge in might.
I do.
You're going
And
to
I
use an
will.
edge on difficulty 1?
I am.
Good job, you
I-
did!
I almost didn't make it.
He's gonna roll a 1.
I don't know how much effort to put in. I think I'm gonna put 1 effort.
I mean, it's only difficulty 1, so...
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you got an 18.
It's fine.
So, between the two of you, remember you have to manually mark down your things as you use them.
Yep.
So, between the two of you, you can breathe as you're walking along the bottom. You can walk as you see Bree swan into this cave above you. It's going to require a little bit of a climb to get up to the cave entrance. You don't need to roll me a might check for the climbing. We'll give that to you for free. It's easier since you're underwater.
Mhm.
But now the holding your breath will be difficulty 2 as it gets more difficult, as it gets longer.
Okay.
Oh.
I clicked the next bit like to submit it, and then it came up with effort. But exactly the same time that came up, and I panicked so much.
We're also in Nitty down.
Wait. I would like
I'm
to use
good.
my XP to re-roll.
I will give it to you. Technically, that happened in the tutorial, but I will give it to you.
Oh, okay. So that was just for the tutorial.
It was part of the main story, and no one used that much
Okay.
effort, so we'll say it was
Alright.
canon. We'll say it was canon. See what I did there?
Cannon.
Yep, there we go.
Cannon fodder.
So you may re-roll, yes.
Uh,
There
Ah.
we go. The pair of you trained pirates. Trained by
Thank
who
you
or
for
how?
not dying.
We're not
Trained.
sure. But you can climb into this cave mouth. You can see ahead, Bree is following the lights as this underground tunnel continues for some distance. Walking along the tunnel, it's about another 100 meters. I'd like a difficulty free. Hold your breath check, please.
Tried to kill my crew.
I think we're capable of killing ourselves, Captain. Sorry.
Don't do that. You might need that.
Oh, wow.
We're all fine. So you can make your way along this cavern, and as you get towards the end, you can see above you, about 50 meters up, there's a like a well mouth above you, and Bree, you'll already be climbing out of this into this cave mouth.
Hearing about how long my teammates take.
Yeah. Now, Russ, there's an easy way for Nitty to do this. All you have to do is let go of Ivory, and you'll go sailing upwards.
But that leaves Ivory on the bottom.
Ivory, though, if you're carrying your cannon and all the cannonballs, you need to climb 50 meters with the...
I think I'll grab the cannonball necklace and then head upwards.
So it would require climbing still then.
Mhm.
Okay, so the pair of you can make me difficulty 4 breathing checks, as the climbing will be free.
Okay.
Aw, I was gonna roll climbing for that.
Gonna spend some more effort.
Look at you go.
I know, right?
Haha.
Look at you two matching
You're
dice
in
all the way.
sync.
No, you haven't sunk. So, all of you now are in this small cavern with a well in the center. The most notable feature of this cavern is a light illuminating a large chest surrounded by 15 corpses, skeletons almost. There's quite a few bottles of rum around the place, as though they had been celebrating, most of them nearly empty. However, you can see that one of the skeletons is holding a pike, and it's in another skeleton's where its neck flesh would have been.
Oh.
Another has another skeleton's fingers gripped around its neck. It looks like someone else has a marlin spike rammed through their skull. It almost looks like there's 15 men and a dead man chest, yo-ho-ho, and bottles of rum. The first mate fell to the bosun's pike, and the bosun was brained by a marlin spike. Cookie's throat was marked belike; it had been gripped by fingers 10. And there they lay, all good, dead men, like break of dawn in a boozing ken.
Well played, sir.
Proud of you.
Thank you. So, but they're all sitting around this chest.
Is the first mate here?
No.
Or can we see signs that the first mate came through here?
No, but there is a cave that leads upwards.
And a chest.
Say again.
I'm a little bit hesitant of the chest, to be honest. It's like the Ark of the Covenant. Open it and we'll get liquefied.
Can I use my scan ability?
Sure.
So basically, it allows me to scan a 10-foot cube, including all objects and objects
Did
and
someone
creatures in that
say
area.
chest?
Yes. It reveals how dangerous this thing is and whatever is pertinent to the situation. But I don't know like how it is activated, if it's trapped or something.
Your gut tells you that you're not the first to this chest, Nitty. You reckon the chest is empty and that there's no more danger here.
I don't think there's anything in the chest. I think it's empty.
This is chest.
Well, there's this cave.
Oh, a cave.
So thinking about it, if the skeletons have quite clearly been dead for however long they've been dead, and we've just come out of the little pool, we're gonna leave footprints, like watermarks. So can we see any of those on the floor, possibly going up the path?
Give me a difficulty 2 intellect check.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Ivory.
You make it. You can see indeed some drippy sand footprints going up this cave towards the. It looks as though they've gone towards the chest. You can even see where one of the skeletons has been knocked over slightly, and a missing bottle of rum. They've gone up to the chest and then exited via the cave door.
Captain Nitty, there's footprints. We should probably follow them. It's probably the first mate.
Go on then, you first.
Does anyone open the chest?
My gut says it's empty.
The captain is going to order one of her comrades to do it because she watched the mummy and it didn't end well for them.
I mean, I can open it, but you're not going to like it.
You two can fight between yourselves, whoever does it.
No.
Are you going to shoot it?
Yeah. Get the cannon, pours all the water out.
Don't shoot it
What? But you said open it.
with the hands.
No. It's surrounded by dead people.
Mitty, open the chest.
Then he just sighs because he knows he won't be able to argue and goes over to the chest and like grumbles to himself. It's empty. I told her it was empty, and just kicks open the chest.
The chest is indeed empty, except for a dagger buried in the chest, holding a note.
I would 100% recommend not touching that dagger.
The
I grabbed the dagger.
You can grab the dagger. You now have a plain dagger.
Cool.
The note says in big letters, "Don't follow me."
I think it's from the first mate. And I hand the note to Bree.
I think we should follow her.
So we've never really done what we've been asked to do, so sure. Bree slings, not Bree, sorry. Ivory slings the cannon over her shoulder, loads a cannonball in.
I was going to say I'd load it a cannon just in case.
Yeah, I've done it. Okay. I'm good.
Could miss her again.
Sorry. For thematic accuracy, gunpowder first, then a cannonball. I'm just specifying.
Not going to hit her anyway.
And you just pour it in. You just let it drip out. That's all you do.
What? Well, that's pretty much how it works, isn't it?
I suppose.
Yeah. I'll use one of the femurs from one of the skeletons on the floor to ram it down.
I'm going to take that with you. Just
Yeah,
like
I
your
think I will.
poking femur.
Yeah.
Which femur do you take though? Which crew member?
Fallen first mate.
The fallen first mate. Oof.
I know. Revenge.
It's like an open wound.
It will be.
We're very upset by her betrayal.
You can head up onto the main beach, where you can see footprints leading all the way across this bay, which you couldn't see from your ship. There's a hidden bay inside the cliffs. It looks like it's fed from underwater, as there is a wall of cliffs which hides this small bay where this beach is. And a ways up the bay, you can see there is some sort of ancient-looking palisade or castle. Looks sort of like Aztec in design.
Ooh. Well, I've never seen this place on a map.
Yeah, I mean, we may as well go and have a look. We're already here.
Definitely.
Not sure you guys would make it back to the ship anyway.
Wait, what do you mean?
How would you swim up to the ship? Pull yourself up the anchor, I guess.
Yeah.
How many times did you nearly drown on the way here?
None.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to drown once, and then I didn't.
That's very good going. Well done.
I'd like to think like on the like nat one that didn't happen, you like stubbed your toe maybe. So there was just a moment of.
Momentarily terrified. So, okay.
Just fury, and then I need to be calmer. I'm gonna drown.
Moving on. Yeah. I love it. Muted?
Muted.
I'm very glad you all survived.
Oh, I'm not gonna argue that.
No,
I'm
me neither.
glad I
Trying to
survived.
drive a ship on your own is hard.
Ivory,
Yes.
make me an intellect defense roll, please. Difficulty 4.
Well,
Ooh.
I am going to fail this. Oh. I will spend 1 point of effort because I can't really afford to spend much more than that. Jolly good.
You hear a whispering in your mind, and immediately this voice seems trustworthy, or at least as trustworthy as any pirate, in that you can trust them to do the wrong thing for their own benefit.
Okay.
They say it would greatly benefit me if you were alive, and if you were the only one to take the treasure at the end of this little quest.
Okay. I think Ivory's just going to just take that on board. Not going to make any actions just yet. Not even going to mention it to anyone else.
Perfect.
I wouldn't mind anyway. Thankfully, you got terrible aim.
Yeah, but I might hit the ship.
I might have just made Ivory's decision there for her.
but also, Ivory's using might now.
Yeah, they are now. It's just blind rage. Throw the cannon.
I'll throw the entire temple.
But you can trudge up these steps. Nitty, could you make me an intellect defense roll, please? Difficulty 3.
Sure. I'm gonna spend no effort.
Oh!
No effort needed. You just your
The knife.
major effect is you are now able to detect haunted items. They don't necessarily pose a danger, but they are hosted by some sort of spirits. It would seem that Ivory's femur has a host, and it would also seem that your dagger has a host. And they're trying to contact you.
I look at Ivory and I say, your bone's alive.
Look.
So is my knife.
Guys, I know you're missing the first mate, and you're missing having a crew, but so now we have a sentient femur and a knife.
Yeah. My knife's
What are they gonna
alive.
do? Like, what is their role gonna be on the ship?
I don't know, stabbing? And
Yeah, I mean, I like that.
Great.
being...
We have a guard-haunted dagger and a femur.
Look, we can
I
do
mean,
with
the
some
femur
extra
could
crew.
probably be like a coat rack or something. We could probably put a coat on it before going to bed, but I don't. And knife is good for stabbing, so like, I think that makes 2 great crewmates.
Better than no crewmates, I guess.
Exactly.
So did your femur say something to you? Because my knife tried to, and I said no.
Can I?
Can Bree hear this conversation? She's just staring at them like, what the hell?
So
Okay, mad. They've been affected by madness.
So the femur is just a bone. Like, what are you talking
No,
about?
but it's alive.
Well, it was. It's quite
No,
clearly
no,
dead
but
now.
like, it's like a pirate.
It was, yes.
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
And my knife's a pirate too.
Knife Your knife is a pirate.
You can hear this entire conversation, Bree.
I need a new crew.
Well, I mean, we've got some more now, apparently. That makes 5.
No, I don't know that they're good.
I destroyed the pier. I don't think I'm good.
You know, guys, I can see why the first mate left. Not gonna lie.
Wait,
You
if
want
we-
to see the knife? you can maybe talk to it.
No,
You know,
no.
Please don't come near me
No.
with that dead man's knife.
Maybe the
I'm
knife
holding a
belongs
dead
to
man's
your
leg.
femur. Oh, Jesus.
Nitty just kind of shrugs. Just lets it go.
Okay?
In the future, he's just gonna be like, "Well, I told you."
Oh, I definitely think that's going to happen.
Nitty is tongue-tied, bad at communicating verbal information.
The one time he actually tries to do it, and no one's listening anyway. It's just.
Typical. So I think Ivory's going to head off up the path towards the weird temple-y, castle-y thing. I'm not sure where the bone's going to be. Possibly just... I think she's just going to carry it. Cannon in one under one arm, bone in the
Swinging it
hand.
around like a baton.
Yeah, something like that.
You totally can, yeah. So are you all making your way up to the to this fortification?
Yeah.
Yes. Nitty is definitely holding the knife, like, preciously and trying to whisper to it to try and get it to talk back. While Nitty's heading up.
We've been.
Are you there, little knife?
It sort of like whispers back, yes.
What's your name?
Hey, what, Nitty, you're lucky you're such a hard worker.
The knife sort of like pauses for a long moment. Sometimes my owner would call me Stabber.
Okay, Stabber. Thanks for joining our crew. And then I just continue walking.
You know the ideal number for a crew?
5, right?
1.
Oh. There's 5 of us.
You already beat this intellect defense roll, so you can tell it's trying to turn you against your teammates.
Nitty's just like, no. Gonna keep the knife. It's still just being like, no.
Just in case you want someone to talk to.
Yeah. This is how he can practice public speaking.
Oh, I really like that.
I know you're a haunted knife. I don't care, but let's talk.
We can still be friends. You're poison. The doors to the fortification hang open. It would seem they had some sort of special key that required opening, but that has been misplaced. You can hear, just at the top of the stairs, a loud click of a door closing.
I get the impression somebody might be here.
What do you want us to do, Captain?
Let's go. Bree is quite captain in that sense. She's going to go ahead.
There is a set of double doors on the top floor. There's like the stairs lead up to a balcony, and there's these double doors which are closed. From inside the room, you can hear a loud click, and then about 5 paces, and then another door close.
Is this door locked or?
It's not locked, but it is closed.
I'm going to open it.
As you open the door, please make me a speed defense roll.
As she's walking through the door, she's going, I'm sure they taught us in pirate school we should check before we open doors.
Aha!
What's the difficulty?
Just difficulty 3. I don't want to kill you yet.
Yeah.
Ah, You're a kind master.
On an 18, the door opens, you hear the click and the whir of a spring wire as you see this wire pull on this pistol, but you just step aside as this pistol fires out across the...
Wait, no, I'm behind her.
Oh, Ivory, can you also please make me a speed defense roll as the captain just steps aside?
I'm like, this is child's play. This is like level 1 in pirate school.
Difficulty.
Same difficulty, 3.
Oh, spend an effort. Yeah,
You still got reroll.
I do. I'm going to use it.
You use the reroll.
If you want to get
Please.
shot.
Here comes
No.
that nat 1. Here it comes. Come on.
Oh,
So it's
Fast about.
a bit less graceful, Ivory. How does it look as this shot zips past you?
I'm not sure that it does. I think it's just going to hit her, but it's going to hit one of the cannonballs. So it's
Buries
just
itself
gonna
in
be
the
like
door
an
frame or something.
absolute luck. Yeah,
Yeah.
just ricochets off. Ivory will
Nitty
just look
ducks
down and
real
go,
quick.
huh. That would have hurt.
Avery, maybe we should hit the next door with a cannon before we try and go through it.
The next door, you heard it close, but it hangs slightly ajar.
I still think we should hit it with a cannon.
It's in this room.
In this room, there is a table on which this pistol has been set up in a trap-like fashion. It looks like there's old astrogation charts on here from some time long past, written in a strange language. And on the walls, there are furs and bones, which look like trophies.
Nitty picks up the pistol and looks at the pistol and says, "Are you alive too?"
I turn to Avery and be like, I'm really not sure about him.
He just puts the pistol away when it doesn't say anything.
He's just like, don't be my friend, then fine.
What sort of bones are there as trophies?
Give me an investigation check.
So I'm starting a collection of weapons, and Ivory's starting a collection of bones.
Just any?
Difficulty 4.
Difficulty-wise. Difficulty 4. Yeah, no, that's definitely not happening.
You're not sure.
There are some bones.
They look big, maybe elephant or rhino.
Is there a humerus?
There is not. It's mostly small, like joint bones. Only maybe like as wide, circular as they are long. It looks like lots of like almost like finger or back vertebrae, but big.
Okay.
Can I have a look around?
Of course you can.
Just to see if they've missed anything that a captain might see.
Difficulty 4 intellect check. If you have anything to help you search, you can. Okay, well, you don't need it. So you can look around and you notice that this whole room is not in fact made of stone, but it is made of bone. High polished bone. These vertebrae seem to be just like joints, but you can also see like how the desk has been made out of maybe a skull of something large. You can see where the nasal column comes down in the center, and also it looks to have been glued in places with a special paste, which with a difficulty 5 you will know is made from like gelatin and fish or octopus fat.
Okay.
Ew.
Much bigger than any sea creature you've seen before, though. Would anyone like to look at the astrogation charts and documents on the desk? This can be a separate intellect roll.
I would, because that's his whole thing. That's Nitty's compass and everything. That's his stuff.
It is
British just totally grossed out.
It is in an ancient language, though, so that will up the difficulty. If you have any ability in deciphering things, that will
Nope.
help you. But it's going to be difficulty 6. However, if you don't hit the difficulty, I'll just give you partial information.
Okay. Could I use navigation with this or no?
Why not?
Okay, cool.
Because that's difficulty 5.
Okay. Ooh, that's failure.
You can't make head nor tail of it. It's just some strange language. It literally reads. You're not even sure how to make the. You're not even really sure how to make the words. You know, it's what do these even mean? Like they're just weird squiggles. That one sort of looks like a PH. What is that? Fatagan? What is this? And it makes no sense to you whatsoever.
This map is dumb.
I agree. Stupid map. Where's the first mate when you need one?
I think Ivory's going to bundle them up just so we can take them with us. We might be able to, sell them or use them as trade or something like that.
Okay, so
Or
Ivory
burn.
just building up sacks and bones and things, just weighing yourself down.
I've only got one bone.
Oh, you're
This
taking
whole
the
room's
charts. Sorry,
made of bones, mate. You can take them.
Just the charts.
Oh,
just
sorry.
the
I thought
charts.
you meant you were gathering up all the bones in the room.
No,
I thought
no.
I
The
got
whole
hooked.
room.
I got hooked on you collecting
Oh,
bones.
sorry.
Take
No,
some bones.
I just wanted to get a humorist so we could actually have some comedic talent on board. I'll see myself up. I'll walk the plank now.
With that, Ivory just explodes. A shark jumps out of the bone wall and eats Ivory.
How
Are
would
any
you-
like sharp bones?
There is
Ooh, yeah.
a smooth bone that you could put an edge on quite easily. Looks like an old tooth, but like old fish teeth, it's sort of gone like black. It's definitely a bone, but it's sort of gone black and smooth at the edges.
I'm gonna take that.
So you can
See this
thank
Ivory.
me.
I'll stop with the crappy jokes.
Well,
It's a very
Ivory.
serious situation we've got here.
From beyond the next door, you hear a loud horn being sounded. It sounds like some sort of like conch shell horn. It makes a loud sort
oh, I think that's our cue.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think that's good.
Rolling up the charts and sort of stuffing into a belt loop or something. I think Ivory's just going to take on the next door.
The door opens with no complications.
I'm going to sort of peer round.
You can see a battlement, a thin battlement that leads to a cliffside tower. And
Okay.
the sound is coming from that tower.
Okay, I think I'll just make a beeline for it, straight there.
Bursting through the next door, you are just in time to see the first mate holding a rope near a window. They look back at you with a large amulet on their chest. This amulet looks like a sort of pentagon with some sort of octopus emblem on it. And in their other hand, they're holding a conch shell. They look back at you and dive out the window holding the rope.
Honestly, guys, we need to pick better teammates.
I dive after him.
Without holding the rope, or just grabbing another bit of rope? Because he's holding the rope and you can see it's unwinding from like a winch.
Oh, no, I could just grab the rope and then hoist him back up.
Just hold it dangling.
Whee! Oh.
Seriously, gonna rethink our recruitment process.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to grab hold of the rope and then, turn round and then just...
You're gonna turn
run
him into the
backwards.
anchor, basically.
Yeah, when I haul it up, I grab the chain and I just run to the other end of the ship. So I'm just going to do exactly the same. I'm going to grab hold of this rope, turn round, over my shoulder, and just sprint the other way.
Do you look over the edge when you do this, or do you just grab it and start running the other way?
Well, as it's reeling off, and I'm assuming going straight over the edge, if obviously there's no notable weight on it, when I start to pull it, I'll probably stop. But outside of that, if it feels like there's something attached to the other end of it, I'm just going to keep pulling.
It only feels like there's maybe an 80-kilogram mass attached to it.
I mean, that's not a lot, but
It's a person.
yeah. Sorry, not a lot in relation to anything else I can pick up. So yeah, I'm gonna go and grab hold of the rope and just run in the other direction, back down the battlements.
Okay, I'm not going to make you make a might roll for running with it, because I think you could do that easily with your character build, but I will make you make a might defense roll for grabbing the rope initially.
Okay.
Difficulty free.
Okay. I'm going to spend some effort. Yes.
Success! So you've grabbed moving chains before, and you know about rope burn, and frankly, you don't give a damn. You just grab the rope, stop it firm, and you can start running with it. However, as you start running, you feel the rope suddenly go light. You lurch forward.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Is anyone else in the room looking over the edge or anything whilst Ivory's doing this?
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten to the room by then. I'm just kind of looking over the edge, see what's happening.
So, Nitty, you can see below, as Ivory's running across the room with the rope, you can see below there's the bay where the sharp rocks were. You can see your ship nearby. And also you can see below the first mate looking up with this shiny amulet on as he lets go of the rope. As he lets go of the rope, spikes rise out of the water. Except as they rise, they stop being spikes and start to flex as they work off years of silt that's built up on them. And they become tentacles.
I just realised I completely brought this on myself.
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did.
And us.
At the bottom, in this bay where you parked up, this sea creature rises, except it's not quite a sea creature. It's a ship. It's a ship with giant tentacles.
That's worse.
It looks pretty good. It's a Kraken ship.
And
That sounds
Niddy's gonna
amazing.
do something dumb, which is what Niddy does. Niddy's going to summon their claws and fangs and jump out the window and just try and snatch him on the way down.
You know, guys, we could have just stayed downstairs.
And he would have just came to us, yeah.
Okay, so
You see Nitty just...
I'm gonna have no crew members left by the end of today.
Ivory turn into Bree. I like him. He needs to stay. Let's go on the rope and just does exactly the same thing.
Do you do anything on your... Bree, what do you do as your crew have just jumped out the window?
Make a mental note to have a better interview process when I try to get people for my ship. Just like... I don't... What is wrong with these people?
Well, there's the rope. You can like attach it to something
I'm
then,
just gonna slide down it.
and climb down. Yeah, definitely attach it. Like secure it though.
I might fall off. I'm clumsy and I've got 6 fingers on one hand. Just 'cause...
Surely means you can grip better.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Wave to the Kraken ship. It might think you're a friend.
Or
I'm feeling
family.
The extra,
exactly.
Yeah, as Jay is demonstrating right now, the extra finger isn't like an extra useful finger. It's an extra useless finger. It's a pinky.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pinkies are important for grip strength, though.
yeah, that's right.
Bree is gonna go down the rope with them. She does contemplate not going. And she can breathe underwater. She can hunt quite well. She could just live here forever. The thought does cross her mind. But
Perhaps
yeah.
you even hear a small animal outside chittering in the brush, like, there's clearly food here.
Yeah. I don't need to do
Can't
this.
Cook.
Don't-
You can't cook.
I don't need to cook.
You can. Yeah, you're useless without us.
Yeah, whatever makes you feel better. But I'm a captain. We must stay with our teammates only until they're dead, and then I can go off and do something else. Yeah, I'll slide down. Grumpily, I'm not happy about it.
As you
Hopefully
all
they're alive when I get to the bottom.
dive, we'll go with Nitty first. Nitty, on your way down, do you do anything? You've got probably about 6 to 7 seconds of airtime, so there's enough to do 1 or 2 actions.
Okay, Nitty is going to try and, well, bullet themselves towards towards the first mate, and also use the hedge magic to try and slow their fall slightly.
The first mate's fall or your fall?
The first mate's fall, so I can catch up.
Okay, and with the hedge magic, do you need to make a roll to make that successful?
Hedge magic just says, oh, it's only causing small objects to float in the air. I can't harm another creature or object with it, but I'm not harming him yet. Her yet.
No, surely you're just saving him from inevitable fall damage. That's
Exactly.
a good thing.
You can
Make his
slow
boots
their
fall.
fall marginally.
Okay.
They're still going to land before you.
Of course. My goal is to land on top of them.
Okay, so you're sort of steering towards them. And as you do so, you can see one of the ship tentacles reaching out under the first mate. Ivory, what do you do on the way down? With your loaded cannon.
Yes. Yes. I am thinking along the same lines, Scrap. So, maths isn't Ivory's strong point, nor is geometry or anything else, or basic physics. So, I feel that she would wait until we're about halfway down, and then she would try and fire her cannon.
Of course.
While very firmly gripped on, but she would try and fire her cannon, A, to potentially slow her down slightly, but B, to then hopefully not hit Nitty. Hopefully.
What are you aiming for? Exactly.
I'm aiming for the weird tentacle ship.
Aiming for the weird tentacle ship, not aiming for the first mate on Nitty. Okay, so
No, because Nitty's going to land on the first mate, and I think, like, when Nitty dived out, and me following suit, the momentum of Ivory running towards the window and diving out, she would have gone a lot further out.
yeah.
So, you know, I'm more sort of aiming for the deck rather than
Sure thing.
the tentacles.
So to hit the ship, it's quite a big target, so we'll say it's difficulty free, but considering you're sailing through the air, I'm going to make it 1 step harder.
That's fair. That is fair. I mean, this is loosely possible. I'm going to spend some effort. I am not going to pass that.
Can I offer you a GM intrusion?
Yes, please.
Your shot does fly towards the deck.
Okay. Of the wrong ship, or?
No, it flies towards the deck of the Kraken
Okay.
ship. However, the Kraken ship splits. And the shot just goes between it, and then it rejoins. With like a sinuous sort of sound.
Oh.
We could always go back, guys. She's really not that important. We can get another first mate.
The cannon has fired you back upwards a little bit. There's a brief moment where everything slows down and then starts picking up speed again. And in that time, the main part of the intervention is enemies. As you see a bunch of small black holes point at you from the ship below.
Oh.
Okay.
Bree, what would you like to do on the way down?
Curse at them.
So, Ivory and Nitty, you get the distinct impression that your captain is not happy with you.
Every day.
You want to hope you hit that ground before I get there.
Well, I'm gonna hit something. Whether it's the ground or the first mate, we'll find out.
Ah.
The tentacle catches the first mate, and drops them into the water gently. Nitty, it just lets you splash into the water. As the ship stands in the bay. From the water's surface, it rises about 20 feet as this large skull with tentacles turns towards you.
Is this something... Do things like this happen a lot, or are we going to be, like, absolutely freaking horrified?
No, Ivory is absolutely horrified.
I would say this is
This
strange.
This type of thing happens more often in Booty Bay than where we're from, but yeah.
We've heard of stuff like this. Like, it's not an unheard of thing. Unless you're Ivory, who didn't go to pirate school.
Yeah.
See, pirate school.
So
Lots of perks.
this thing, for context, it sort of looks like a combination of sort of like a miniature Cthulhu crossed with a Blastoise or King Bowser. As it's got this ship on its back that looks like a shell with lots of little cannons.
Oh god, it's a cracker Blastoise.
Did I
I'm
manage to
so
catch
dead.
up to the first mate?
So as you are so close to them and the tentacle just swipes them away from you. So you splash in the water faced with this thing. And the other two of you can splash into the water soon after. Ivory, you immediately begin to sink again.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel that's safer.
Can I start climbing up this thing's tentacle face with my claws, just like...
Yes, you can. Make me a climbing check.
Right? Difficulty.
Difficulty 0. Let's see how well you do. We'll scale it. Okay, so difficulty 4. That's easy enough. Yeah. Is that 4 or 5? It'd be 5, wouldn't it, with a -1? So difficulty 5, climbing. Easy peasy. You just scale your way up. These tentacles, they're slimy, but they also have large suckers on, and you can sort of grip the edge of the sucker, and up you come. It's quite a climb, but like I said, you find it quite easy. However, whilst Nitty is climbing, Ivory, the cannons are looking at you until you hit the water and begin to sink, and then it sort of like turns around and regards you. Bree, you can land in the water as well, and you see these tentacles reach out to grab for you.
I was gonna say, is the ship alive?
It looks like it's some sort of symbiotic relationship.
So, I can,
Did that.
when I'm in water, I can identify like aquatic creatures and things. Would that tell me anything about it? That could be remotely helpful.
Yes. You can tell that this is in fact not a King Bowser. It's a Queen Bowser.
Oh. That's kind of worse. God damn it. I'm going to try and swim away from it. So when I'm in water, I'm trained in escaping, perception, sneaking, and, well, swimming tasks. So, trained in moving out of the way of said tentacle.
Yeah, and as it tries to grasp for you, make a difficulty 3 swim check. Was 4, 1 step easier because of your swimming ability.
I mean, it's marked as a trained skill, so should I still put it on 4?
Yes.
Yes.
Easy. Easy. So you deftly avoid this thing. And you can see your own ship as the Kraken ship, Queen
Hate my ship.
Krakauser, turns towards your ship and starts. You
Not
can
my
see
ship!
now you're underwater. You can see that it doesn't have legs. It's just got lots of like tentacles, and they start shimmering along the floor towards your ship.
Can I see Ivory?
Ivory's walking along the bottom. Yeah.
I was going to say Ivory's going to catch a lift because that thing's way faster in the water than I am.
Give me a difficulty check for gripping hold of these tentacles underwater.
I was going to use the femur as like a spike.
Oh, you want to attack it? Okay.
I'm just going to stab it through one of the tentacles and then just hold on.
Make me a stab check to get through the thick hide of the tentacle. It will be difficulty 3.
Stab shit.
Can I try and hold on to one of the suckers? Or
Yes.
some such on the tentacle?
You can also hold on to one of the tentacles. It will be difficulty 3 for you also. But you can use swimming if you like.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Beautiful. So as you stab this femur into the tentacle, from above it resounds in the water, and Nitty, you hear this in full force, but the rest of you hear it like muted by the water. Maybe give a test of how loud it is, just a sort of noise.
Annoyed it.
I'm just firmly holding my breath as it carries me closer to the ship.
Make me a might check, difficulty
Yay.
2 for the holding your breath.
We already know I'm amazing at this. No effort.
Well, your major effect will be that you are now trained in holding your breath underwater. So whenever you need to hold your breath, it's one step easier.
I'm adding this now. There we go. Breath holding. Trained.
Nitty, you can see this thing approaching your ship as you are climbing up its head. Where are you aiming to get to?
I'm assuming that the first mate is on the boat? Like on this Kraken boat?
Well, it's interesting. The forecastle of the boat isn't actually on the boat, it's on the skull. It's on top of the skull, so the boat's sort of not boat-shaped, it's sort of an bent boat.
Yeah, I want to try and get up onto the ship then, if that's where the first mate is.
Okay, yeah, so you can continue to climb. It's going to take you a little while, but with your adept climbing, not as long as it would for most. As you scale up these tentacles towards the skull, you have to navigate around this skull face thing, and at one point a large aquatic eye, almost like a cross between a snake eye and a pilot fish, turns to look at you, and you sort of see a double blink as it has like 4 eyelids. Turns to look at you crawling up its face.
I think Nitty just smiles back with like the fangs and everything, and just like, and then keeps climbing.
You're talking to a dagger this time as well. Just giving it a tour. Like, look at this dagger.
I was going to say, introduce the dagger to the weird...
His name
Kraken
is
thing.
Stabber, okay? That's his name.
Stabber meet eyeball. Eyeball meet stabber.
The creature makes its way towards your ship, and it looks as though its tentacles are about to start wrapping around it.
Good job we hitched a ride on the tentacles then, eh? About to lose our ship. I'm just staring at it like...
Is anyone going to try and do something to make it stop? As it screams out as well from Ivory's bone dagger going into it beneath the ground, it stops attacking the ship for a second and all of its tentacles just flail.
I have a question.
You can ask.
The first mate didn't have this ship before, right? This wasn't like a thing that they just had.
No. No.
Yeah.
Hanging
So
around.
So then I think that Nitty's logical conclusion is this has something to do with that octopus necklace she was wearing. So Nitty's goal is to get control of this ship.
I'm assuming I'd have like a dagger or some kind of blade on me.
Yeah.
But I stabbed
You're
the
a captain.
underside.
You can have a sword.
Yeah, but I feel like that would be hard to...
You can have a
might not
sword
be.
and a dagger.
Yeah, go both. Can I stab it in the underside of its tentacle?
Ooh.
Where I'm hoping it's
soft bit.
softer.
Right,
yeah.
right in the sucker.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Give me a difficulty 2 might check.
And I have 2 swords, so I can stab it with my least favourite sword, just in case I don't get it back.
You are the captain, Bree. You can have as many swords as you like. If you want, your back can just be covered in swords. Just an array of swords.
Got loads of them. Because I keep losing them, so now I've got to carry
No,
loads
don't
of
like
them.
that one. No, don't like that one. No.
Got a 9. Stab him in the sucker.
Yeah, so as you stab him in the sucker, again you hear this scream, and this time the sea around you begins to fill with black liquid.
Oh no!
As it would seem the queen is inking.
I really hope the ink to water ratio doesn't change, because I can only breathe underwater. I'm just gonna. Can Ivory see me? I'm gonna angrily gesture at her and be like, "What have you done?"
I'm going to take that as an instruction to stab it. So I'm going to... Ivory's going to pull herself up so she's sort of like at a similar level and begin just hitting the femur further and further in.
Give me a difficulty 2 mic check.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Do I want to spend some more? Yeah, I need to save the ship. I'm glad I did that.
Now, Ivory, when I gave you that intrusion earlier, you didn't designate who your extra XP would go to.
Oh, the second one. I think Nitty.
Nitty, you have an XP to spend. Fantastic.
Now you've got
Cool.
2.
No, I spent the other one earlier
I didn't know. Well,
So
okay.
once you
when I was drowning.
jam,
yeah, no, good point. Yeah. I mean, that never happened.
Worth it.
once you are jamming this bone into the tentacle, it starts screaming again, and more ink comes pouring out, and it flails the tentacle away. Can you make me a difficulty 5 might check to hold on to this slippery tentacle under the water?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Or it is.
Oh.
What the hell? It's making up for those 2 nat 1s you rolled.
You are now trained in gripping slippery things.
I
Be
feel
it
is
squid, be it soap, be it that jellyfish you were trying to cook last week. You can grip slippery things with ease.
Adding that too.
Oh, hang on a minute as well. We got like a 5,000 bit donation earlier, so I'm going to give you all some ciphers.
Ooh.
Trained in gripping slippery bits.
Is that what you've written?
Yeah.
It's actually one more than the amount that I should give, but I'm feeling generous. You each get 2 ciphers. Thank you very much, Gemsong, for that donation earlier.
Thank you, Jam.
For being a newbie, what does that actually mean?
Right, well, in the Roll20, if you go and click on the card next to your name, you can see what the card does. You can play a cipher at any time. Unless it specifies otherwise. Brief moment of reading from
Okay.
everyone. They're dealt at random from the deck of cipher cards. So if they're crap, I'm sorry, it's not my fault.
Okay.
I got a pessimistic and obese oafish. What?
Oh, hang on a minute. No. These
No, they're the
people.
they're the NPC
Yeah.
cards.
I
Right.
was gonna say.
I was looking at that going,
Hang on a second. Let me actually draw one and have a look at one before I. There we go. That's the cipher cards. Right. Okay. Hang on a second.
What? I want a pessimistic and obese fish.
No.
they were people.
I know! You took my pessimistic obese fish away!
I did. There you go. Now you have 2 ciphers. Now that'll be much less confusing.
Ooh.
So, Ivory, gripping hold of this slippery squid, it thrashes around. It puts you very near to your own ship's anchor chain.
Okay, well, I think that's quite handy. I'm going to use the momentum of the flail to let go at the most opportune moment, and then drift across, grabbing hold of the chain, and then begin to climb up.
That makes perfect sense to me. All I want is a check for gripping the chain, which is slippery, difficulty 4.
Excellent. I'm trained in that.
But specifically only slippery things. That's the only condition.
Oh yeah. It's very specific.
We spent a lot of time in the water, so what's the slippery things?
Yeah, see? Gripping slippery bits. There we go.
Failing that, Alex, I can make water appear out of nowhere, so I can make it slippery for you.
Yes.
Oh, that is party cohesion right there.
Gripping slippery bits. Love it. So you can grip hold of one of the chain links, and you have got tight hold of this thing. And you can indeed be hoisted. You can hoist yourself up, sorry. So we'll start next round as you're getting onto the ship. Bree, under the tentacle there. It's inking a lot since you stabbed it. What would you like to do next?
I'm going to stab it again.
Okay. It's already there, so make me a difficulty 3 to try and start ripping away at it.
Is this might check?
Yes, indeed.
Can I use my Cypher?
You sure can.
How do I use my Cypher?
It should, when you click on it, it should say play it. Or maybe you can drag it onto the map.
Oh, where's it gone? That's there. Oh, yeah.
The difficulty of any might defense task, we'll give it to you, is decreased 1 step.
Oh, yeah, I didn't read that properly, but thanks. I did not read. Right, so I'm underwater. So what difficulty is it?
Difficulty 2 now.
Oh, and I'm trained in all underwater stuff. This is better than fishing. I'm glad I found this. 19!
19, your minor effect, I guess, would be that you're very good at stabbing slippery things.
I'm okay with that.
You can cause harm to slippery things, whether it's cutting soap in half or slashing through slimy tentacles. Perhaps you could take up a new career as a sushi chef. Maybe ivory isn't so required after all. Up on the...
I beg to differ.
Up on the forecastle, Nitty, you're just climbing over the edge. You can see the first mate standing there with a pistol in their hand and a conch shell in the other.
I know his pet's about to have one less tentacle.
First thing I do is smile, and then second thing I do is try and bite his head off, or at least bite her.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh yeah, you got big teeth, didn't ya?
Teeth and fangs.
Brutal.
Make us an attack roll. That would be might. This is a difficulty. They only used to be difficulty 3, but it would seem at the minute now they're wearing this amulet, they're difficulty 6.
What? I don't think I'm gonna get this guy all. Ain't gonna happen.
So as you dive for them, they turn to face you, and as you turn to them, you can see that they've actually started, like, their face has started becoming sort of aquatic looking. Think like Davy Jones, that sort of thing, as they've started to grow their own set of tentacles. Sorry, Jay, did you what gender did you say this character was?
Oh, female. I think.
Female. Okay, cool. We've sort of dipped and dive all over the place with this person's things. So, they turn and they go, as they try and fire at Unity.
Octodad.
God, that game.
And they're going to fire at you. Please make a speed defense roll.
Difficulty?
6. They're a difficulty 6 character.
Okay, cool. Spend 2 effort. Nope.
The shot takes you in the shoulder. You have a choice.
Mhm.
You can take 6 might damage, or you can fall from the foxhole.
Or spend that XP that I gave you.
He
What
got
would
another
the
XP. Reroll.
Reroll it.
I don't think I'm gonna get it though. Sure, I'll re-roll it though. Do I still re-roll it with that same effort?
Same effort and everything, yep. It doesn't cost you any
Okay.
extra.
That is
I
because of
regret
Alex getting those really high rolls. You know that.
I regret nothing.
So, since you've got the GM intrusion, which is free, I don't have to give you any XP for this intrusion. Not only are you hit and take the 6 XP, you also fall off the foxhole as they shoot you over the edge, and you start plummeting towards your own ship.
Okay. When I hit 0 might, am I dead?
When you hit 0 might, you go from. I know that Alex can tell us exactly what the stakes are because one of his abilities is one of them. It's not inebriated.
Impaired?
Impaired, that's the word. Which
Okay.
means everything becomes one step more difficult for you.
Cool.
However, you're plummeting towards your ship.
Can I catch it?
Ivory, you look up, you hear a gunshot, followed by something covered in claws and fangs hurtling towards you.
I'm gonna catch it. Very, very gracefully, just, you know.
That could really hurt.
Make me a speed roll.
Oh.
Difficulty 3.
I've got speed to spend, so I need to spend an extra point as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. That's fine.
You
Thank you.
you catch Nitty before they hit the deck.
Nitty gives like a small peace sign with their long claws.
May I offer you all a GM intrusion with the warning that this one could be quite lethal?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Everyone gets 1 XP as the Kraken tries to dominate all of your minds. Intellect defense, difficulty 6, or 6 intellect damage.
Do you know what? I so nearly
I'll take the
went
damage.
for the
Oh.
one that makes you weaker towards mental attacks. I'm glad I didn't now.
Difficulty 6, of course, for Nitty, it's 1 step harder because they're impaired.
Mm-hmm.
So it's currently technically impossible for you, Nitty.
I'm gonna spend some effort to try.
That will
Hopefully.
make it possible.
I will just take the damage.
Nope.
I'm trained
I can
in
do something.
perception. Can that help?
No, they're just trying to dominate your mind and bend them to their will.
Hmm.
Can I spend the next turn making a healing roll, please?
You can take a recovery roll as an action, yes.
Yes, please.
I'm trained in breaking things. Can I try and snap his tentacle off to distract him?
You can do that on your turn, but at the moment we just need an intellect defense.
I don't want to.
I know.
Hang on a minute.
You do all have 1 XP from that intrusion.
Is that 6? Did you say it was?
Difficulty 6, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm gonna use that XP if I
Okay.
can.
I can spend
Please.
effort, right?
You can, yes. As long as you have enough intellect to do so.
See, the issue here is I only have 9 intellect.
I got it.
So to put 1 effort in, I'm gonna have to spend 3,
Yeah.
Yep, that brings you down to 6.
which means if I lose,
You die.
You go down 1 step.
You go
or you
down
just-
1 step, sorry. You lose all your
Okay.
intellect.
We're not dead.
You're not dead, sorry. That was me getting excited.
I nearly am very, very dead.
I got it actually on my reroll.
You did.
with a minor effect.
The minor effect is you are now trained in resisting attacks or onslaughts from elder gods.
I'm gonna re-roll
Of course.
because why would I not?
1.
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
Difficulty 6. Oh
Please take 6 intellect damage.
no.
Sorry, you're only impaired.
I'm not. I didn't spend any effort
Oh, okay.
for that reason. Like,
And it is Bree's turn, I believe. Maybe this is the week that I can get a TPK.
UPK, yeah.
That'd be a nice thing for me, you know?
Looks
A
like
finale. Good finale.
Oh, hi! Welcome, Tales from the Grim. Thank you so much for the raid, everyone. Welcome. We're hurting people with intellect attacks.
hey!
Welcome,
Did you say it's my
raiders.
turn?
Ed
Yes.
did say it's your turn, yes.
Okay, so when I stabbed this thing in the tentacle, did I actually? I was making a hole, wasn't I?
You were, yes.
Okay, I'm trained in breaking things.
You are.
Can I break his tentacle?
You can certainly try. This is a... To remove the tentacle rather than just damage it, that would be full difficulty 5.
Okay. Let's give it a go. There's something going on my rolls right now and it's not good.
Yeah, no, you try and break the tentacle, but instead of breaking the tentacle, the creature just grips you.
This isn't good.
May I offer you a GM intrusion?
Yes.
Who would you like to pay your extra XP to?
How many XP's everyone got?
0.
I've got 2.
Oh, nitty.
Oh, wait, no, I've actually got 3.
Definitely nitty still.
So, the creature is going to try and squeeze you, Bree. Can you please make me a might defense roll of the same difficulty level as your break roll, which would be difficulty 5?
Oh.
And
Yeah.
you're not impaired yet. You're not impaired yet.
No. That's my intellect that's on 3 anyway. This is might, isn't it?
This is might, yeah.
Challenge of 5. Oh, I've got an edge, so I'm going to do effort.
Excellent. I will tell you the consequences. Failure will result in 3 might damage.
So if I got edge, my might costs 1 less.
Your
doesn't it?
first level of might costs 1 less, so the first level of effort only costs you 2.
So that's 5 altogether. That will leave me with 8. I'm going to do it anyway. I've lost my thing.
Can't help you with that.
Was it slippery?
It was. No, I clicked off of it so that it went behind everything else. Right, 5, 2. You are having a laugh.
You do have that XP you just got.
Well, using that.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh, Jesus.
You resist the squeezing. Maybe it's digging the sword in, maybe it's just pushing away. We're not really sure because you're covered in ink and underwater. But you resist. You push it away. We come back up to Nitty's turn.
I have a question.
Sure thing.
What does armor do?
Reduces physical damage by the amount.
I have 1 might then, technically, because I was at exactly 6 when he shot me. And I have 1 armor.
You have 1 might then.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad I read through my abilities to see what I had. So I am going to go ahead and try and claw up this tentacle. Or at least one of them. I'm assuming there's one nearby.
There's 1 draped across the deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that one and try and just claw it apart.
Okay. That'll be a
Okay.
might roll. Would you like to spend any effort?
I only have 1 might left, so I don't think I can.
No, you can't. I was just saying for the fun.
Jerk. And difficulty is
This difficulty. If you're trying to separate it, difficulty 5. If you're just trying to hurt it, difficulty 3.
okay. Oh, that's a failure.
May I offer you a GM intrusion?
Yes.
As you are doing this, you do not see the second tentacle swooping down towards you. Please make me a speed defense roll of difficulty 4.
I give my extra XP to Bree.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm gonna spend 1 level of effort. Success.
Success. Yeah, you dive out of the way as this tentacle comes slamming down onto you. Although the intrusion wasn't it trying to attack you, the intrusion was it trying to attack the ship, as the ship makes an awful cracking sound. It doesn't break, but you're pretty
it's
sure you're
getting there.
probably taking on water somewhere.
But the ship is cracking.
We've got a kraken ship and a cracking ship, yes. Ivory, I believe it's your turn.
Yes. Okay, so I just need to check my ciphers real quick. Bear with. No. Yes. Yes. So, I have six XP. Are you allowed to? Are you allowed to dispute my intrusion?
Usually not. You just pay
Okay.
2 XP and then you can do it.
Okay. I would like to spend 2 XP to say that during one of our last voyages, we acquired a lot of munitions, particularly cannons and other artillery, that sort of thing, from a sunken galleon.
You've got a lot of ordnance. Yep.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Now, it's all stored below deck. It's probably not stored particularly well, given that there were only 4 of us and we had other things to do. So, no, Cat, you're not climbing up there. So, Ivory is going to make her way below deck and then try and rig up the largest, most shrapnel-filled cluster bomb that is remotely possible. And I have a Cypher that's going to help.
Okay.
So I have a Cypher, which is...
Drag
Can I
it
just-
onto the screen for us. Yeah, drag it on.
There we go. So my Cypher is, metal. You know a trick or a bit of trivia that helps you when you're interacting with metal. Any difficulty of a task involving crafting, destroying, or climbing metal, using metal objects or weapons is decreased by 1. So I'm going to make some kind of a horrible mess of explosives, gunpowder,
Seeing
munition, a whole lot.
as this is a player intrusion and you're using a cipher,
Yes.
I will let you do this. You just create the mega
The
bomb.
mother of all bombs,
Yeah. It's
just below deck.
it's like, when you've collected as many fires as you can in Bomberman, it's going to go miles.
That's it. That's exactly it. And then I'm going to try and try and recover a little bit. Otherwise, I'm very dead.
You may use an action to recover. Now, your next recovery roll will cost you 1 hour, I believe. Or 10 minutes, sorry.
No, it won't.
Because you have
It
the
won't.
thing.
Yes, because I have the thing. I have fast healer. So my next one is only an action.
Fantastic. So you regain 6 points. Which pool are you putting them in?
I think I might put them in intellect.
Put them in intellect.
No, I'm going to put 4 in intellect and then 2 in might.
Okay.
Keep it balanced.
Can I offer everyone a GM intrusion?
Yeah, go on.
Another
Sure.
difficulty 6 mind wave blasts out from the creature. Nitty, I believe you're trained now in resisting
I
mental
am trained
onslaughts
in
from
it.
elder gods. But the rest of you are not. So difficulty 6 intellect checks, please, or 6 intellect damage.
What happens if we run out of intellect points?
You go down the track still.
Yeah, no. I mean, does the remainder then carry over to something else, or?
Yes, the remainder would carry over to speed in this case.
Yeah, done. That's fine. I'll just.
I have a reroll.
No way. Oh wait, yeah, no, I've got a reroll. Ooh.
You've got like 4 now.
No, because I spent 2.
Oh, got 19.
I thought that was mine because I hit submit at the same time.
No, mate.
Right. So
Uh.
select difficulty 6. I'm going to spend some effort. Not that I can only spend 1 anyway. Oh yeah, okay, cool.
So
Still a failure.
oh
Dang it.
dear. Oh dear. So you're going to take 6 intellect damage, Nitty. But Ivory and Bree both resist. Bree, your minor effect will be that you now understand the Elder God's language.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
How does recovery work?
You make a recovery roll. It's on the left underneath your might, speed, and defense. You just click it. The first one costs you 1 action. Then the next one costs you 10 minutes. Then an hour. Then a day.
Okay. Because I'm in single digits for everything.
You too.
5. Okay.
You can distribute those points however you wish.
Okay. I'm putting 2 into might and then 3 into intelligence.
Now, who was I on last? Was it Nitty I did last?
No, I think it was in between me finishing my turn by making the giant cluster bomb of all cluster bombs, and then you intruded.
So now it'll be Bree. Bree, it's your turn.
Not sure what I want to do now. It's not been very nice.
It's not.
I'm gonna try and break his tentacle again.
Same difficulty again, difficulty 5. You can use breaking things.
It did not work.
It did not work. I'm not going to intrude on you this time, though. I'm going to save it up. We'll go next to Ivory.
Okay, so I'm going to make another recovery roll as my fast healer.
Okay.
Ooh, 7.
Crit. Nice.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's pretty much me done.
I'm not going to intrude on you either. Nitty.
I pick up Stabber, and I look at Stabber and I say, "Tell him there can only be one," and throw it at the Elder God.
Sure. Throwing a light weapon, that feels like a speed roll to me.
Okay, and I'm also going to use a Cypher.
Hey, okay. So, let's see. Throwing anything at an Elder God. Are you aiming at anywhere specific, or are you just hucking it at an Elder God?
I want it to stick into the Elder God, just so it like has it tries talking to it and convincing it to kill the captain. Not
Okay.
Bree, the first mate.
That'll be difficulty 5, reduced to difficulty 4 by your quick strikes Cypher. Yeah.
Good luck to me.
Hey, you succeed. The dagger gets lodged somewhere on the creature, and Bree in the water, you just hear, in this strange hissing, gurgling, screaming language, I know.
Like, do I know that it's the Kraken, or am I just like, what the hell?
Well, it's sort of emanating from everywhere, so it's up to you.
Like, she's gonna think that it probably is the Kraken, but she doesn't know that it is.
So is the knife and the Kraken thing now having some sort of psychic argument? There can be only one. Yes, I know that. Yeah, but there's only one. I know. Just leave me alone. I'm busy.
But the thing is that Nitty doesn't know that the bone's still in the Kraken, so now the bone and the knife are talking to the Kraken.
You hear it say, the amulet. Ah!
I should have stayed at home.
So, after Bree, we'll go to Nitty.
Nitty already just threw the knife.
yeah.
But I believe it's Ivory's turn.
No. I did another recovery roll.
Oh, okay.
Takes
So
Takes
Nitty
no time.
is now once again going to try and climb this creature.
Okay, make me a climbing check. This time difficulty 4. You've climbed it once. You're getting easier. It gets easier.
Well, nope.
Definitely not. You can't even get started. And thank you very much to Staff and TJ, who gives 5 gift subs to the community. Thank you so much. If you have just been gifted a sub, you have a reroll to gift should you wish to. Thank you so much, Staffen.
I got a reroll. I'll gift it to Bree.
Gift it to Bree. Lovely.
Thank you. I need it.
It's okay, I won't be around for much longer in this game. Seems like.
So Bree, you now have a reroll.
That's good. I need it.
That also means we're going to hit our sub goal as soon as it updates. Or actually, it might not if they're returning ones. We'll wait and see how the sub goal looks in a couple of minutes, but it looks like there might be another magical effect to happen. We'll see. Yeah, so you can't climb on, essentially. You just can't get a grip on it. As you start to climb, it's like, no, you've climbed me before. No. And just puts you back down on the deck.
Bad.
I can show you how to be a
Ivory, it's your turn.
Okay. Can Ivory rig up some sort of timer, like a really long fuse? There must be some sort of like cord.
You've
like,
probably got some lengths of wick somewhere or cord.
Yeah. So
You've got all them bottles of gunpowder. You can make a line of gunpowder. That's very
on a ship
piratey.
that's filling with water. I'm not sure. I use a combination of both, just to make sure that it's definitely going to burn, but not too quickly.
Like put string on the glue on the wick or something and put gunpowder on it.
Yeah, something like that. I genuinely don't know. Soak it in like rum.
Rum.
Yeah, you've got rum.
Probably basically like ethanol at this point.
Which brings up the question why we drank your dirty, dirty soup. You forgot that we had it.
I didn't forget.
Why did we go along with it? We still did it. We were like, yeah, right then.
It's because I'm an amazing chef, obviously.
Difficult times.
It wasn't that bad of a meal. If it was, we would have followed it up with rum. Okay, so I'm going to use the rum that's on board to soak some rope and estimate very, very loosely that it's going to take. I want to give myself at least, like a minute, maybe 2 minutes. So I'm going to literally run it up the other end of the ship and then using one of those little whatever they are, the rods with the little wick on that you use to light a cannon. I'm going to use one of those.
Striker.
Light the end of, yeah, those things. And then light the end of the rope and run upstairs onto the deck, and then try and find Bree and Nitty to get them off the ship and in the water as low down as possible.
Bree,
Obviously, yeah.
it is your turn.
Oh dear.
This is fine. You can do all of that for free, Ivory.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna try and get out of the water because, like, the other guys can't hear it talking, can they? So
No.
I kind of want to tell them. So, I guess climbing up it would be my best bet.
Give me a climbing check or might if you don't have climbing.
I don't have climbing, but I am trained in doing everything underwater.
The sub goal hasn't updated yet, but the follower goal has, and we've hit that one. So let's get you all some. Let's get a roll up, shall we? I believe that was Bree. Bree, can you roll me 1d100?
I don't know, I'm scared after last time.
You got an extra finger. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So Bree, yeah, a might roll to climb, difficulty 4.
Can I use my underwater trainediness?
Yes, you can.
I'm so glad I got that.
It was a clever thing to go for.
Why?
That is still a failure, though, I'm afraid.
This is because I picked clumsy, isn't it? I'm great underwater. I can't do it.
Going
I
to
gave you a reroll.
Bree, I'm going to intrude on you for free, since you are clumsy. And in this case, it works. It works.
There's a 50% chance it might be good.
And in this case, it sort of works in your favour. You wanted to get on the ship, right? Well, the squid sort of deposits you on the ship as you clumsily try to climb it. However, you get covered in fishy mucus, and we couldn't have rolled a better roll as your mouth suddenly fills with water. It looks like dirty water. It tastes like fish sauce. And for the next 30 seconds, you'll believe anything you're told.
Right.
Oh dear.
You guys don't know that though.
Yeah, I know.
You
I know
do
that.
It's fine. Oh god, you're gonna start talking for the Kraken, aren't you? So do I believe it for the next 30 seconds, or do I get told it and that is just a belief that is then instilled?
You just believe that whatever you're told is the truth.
Okay, that's great.
Nitty, it'll be your turn.
So Ivory just told us that the ship's about to explode. So Nitty is
We
going...
cut away as Ivory lit it and ran. They said they were going to tell you. They haven't told you yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ivory hasn't told us yet. So Nitty is going to once again try to climb this Kraken.
By all
He's
means,
a determined man.
give us another climbing check.
What's the difficulty again?
It was difficulty 5 last time.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, no. Again, you get a little higher this time, and it's just like, no! As it flips you off onto the boat again.
I think at this point, Nitty's just cursing at this thing.
Beautiful. Ivory.
I just picture it going, no! Back down!
So I think Ivory's gonna make it to the deck and hope that quickly turning around she can see the captain and Nitty. Whereabouts are they in relation?
Bree, the captain, sits in a pile of gooey filth on the deck. And Nitty has just been shrugged off of the Kraken again.
Okay. Can I get them?
Yes.
Excellent. So Ivory's going to run up to them like scoop Nitty up, grab hold of Bree as we're running, and just shout, "I've made a bomb! The ship's going to explode!"
May I intrude on you all?
Yeah, why not? Give me that XP.
Everyone gets an XP. When Nitty gets back, we'll just assume they agreed. Your fuse making skills were not quite as accurate as you thought.
That sounds like me.
Because the rum and gunpowder, it sort of goes a bit quicker than the average fuse. So rather than a minute, it takes about 10 seconds. So as you get up and you relay this information, we'll go into super slow-mo as the ship behind you starts to explode. Like, I've made a bomb! We need to run!
Well, shit.
I hope you heard that, Nitty.
Yes, I heard that.
Fantastic.
The ship's exploding.
You have an XP.
Yay!
Straight away, Cthulhu... sorry, not Cthulhu. What am I saying? Krakauza. Queen Krakauza. Takes a heck ton of damage. Yes, and we got the sub goal as well. Thank you, Stefan, for reminding me. So, let's see who gets the last one. Bree! Can you please roll me another potion?
Fixed.
If you'd like to use your reroll on that, it is technically a dice that hit the table. And make it hit someone else. T-Mike?
Do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
We roll it.
Bree! 96, we had that one earlier. Roll again.
Oh, bloody hell. 57.
On a 57, the smell of explosion, some sort of liquid flies from the explosion and again hits you in the mouth. You really just got to learn to keep your mouth closed, Brie.
I do.
As your nose and mouth are suddenly filled with the smell and taste of gasoline.
That is encouraging.
However, this blesses you with the gift of levitation as you levitate 20 feet above the ship.
Yeah, I like the levitation. 20 feet, that's a lot.
But Avery's holding on to you.
Well,
Are we all just dangling off?
No, it's like the balloon effect. They're weightless, so if you let go, they'll float. But if you're holding on to them, they won't.
You're fine. Yeah.
However,
But that means
since
you
you're
can
all
glide with them.
since you're all holding on, the ship exploding behind you, I need speed defense rolls.
Difficulty?
Instead of a speed defense roll, can I just throw the pair of them?
We'll have one might check from you, then Ivory. Difficulty 6. But you're mighty, so that should be easy for you, right?
Maybe.
And this will greatly reduce the difficulty of these speed defense rolls.
Just trying to think. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I can go 3. Oh yeah, I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that.
You launch both of them off of the ship. Bree immediately sails 20 feet into the air and just goes along about 100 meters. Bree, can you make me a speed defense roll of difficulty 1 with all of these benefits? However, for Nitty, since you are going to be flung away from the ship into the water, I need a speed defense difficulty 2.
I'm not gonna lie, for a second then I thought I wasn't gonna do it.
I have 2 XP. I'm gonna spend 1.
1.
I'm having the worst luck.
You said it!
Why would you do this to me?
You still got one more.
That gif is
do
so
have one
appropriate,
more.
Alex.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
So, are you sticking with that one?
No, I'm gonna try one more time.
I was gonna say, come on, dice, come on.
If it gave me a third one, I would have died. I would have just quit.
Yes, you would. So you land in the water below Bree. Ivory, have you forsaken your defense roll to take the damage for your crewmates?
Yep, I wanted to save them.
Aww.
So you're going to take a total of 15 points worth of damage, which you may distribute as you wish.
15.
15 starts on might, moves to speed, moves to intellect.
I'm on exactly 0.
Oh dear. So Ivory also lands in the water next to you, Bree and Nitty, as they float face down in the water. You look up, you see Queen Krakauza reeling as their tentacles shrink inside the ship like a hermit crab, and the ship lands on the sea. But also the first mate comes flying off as well, and lands also face down in the water. The necklace floats on the water next to them.
I grabbed that necklace.
Like, I don't know what they thought was going to happen. You should never trust ancient beings. It's like rule 1 of pirate school.
I like how they did an entire chapter for it.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why they're not captain. Should have paid attention.
It's like I'm thinking. Do you guys watch The Water Boy when they're like doing a like football class after school? Which brings me to my next point, kids. Don't do drugs. Like, don't trust ancient beings.
It's true. Just don't do it. Ever.
So
They are out to get you.
Nitty grabs up the amulet. Does Bree make to stop them from their 20-foot vantage point?
Well, how would I even get there?
I was going to say you're weightless. You can't.
You know, you're just levitating.
I'm just floating.
You could try and command them. They are technically your subordinate at the moment. Although Nitty, you hear that that memory, that whisper. There can be only one.
Ah, look at that.
The captain now.
Wait, I don't have my sword. I don't have my knife anymore.
Yeah, but you remember it.
Okay.
It never convinced
Where's-
you, but you remember it saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Can I? Oh, so is the first mate there?
Yeah,
They're
The first
they gonna-
mate lands face down in the water.
right. Who's trying to get the amulet?
Nitty.
Hmm. He might be more trustworthy than Ivory.
Oh, I'm dead.
Uh,
Also, the first mate, if any of you care to look, as the amulet came off, they were sort of flailing in the air, but when the amulet came off, they just immediately went, oh.
right, I'm going to use Legodomain. You can make someone believe that they have something in their possession which they do not have, to make Nitty believe that he has the amulet, that he's picked it up, and that he's got it.
So perhaps Nitty picks up something else then?
Yeah.
So Nitty, maybe you pick up, I
Like
don't
a
know,
jellyfish.
some...
Or the conch.
We can say that maybe like a bell lands in the water. The bell's obliterated, but the bit of rope isn't. So you can grab this thing thinking it's the amulet, and place it in your pocket if maybe you're trying to be sneaky or something, and the legerdemain will make you think, yes, you've got the amulet.
I'm not trying to put it in my pocket. I look at Bree and I say, "This is for you, Captain. I got the amulet."
Crap. You idiot! That's a rope!
What do you mean?
You're stupid. Pick up. So what do you think the amulet's like the rope? Pick up that thing there. Pick that up.
The amulet
Picks it
starts
up.
sinking below the sea, and as the amulet sinks,
Oh.
so does the bone ship.
Maybe we should just leave that.
Okay, but I got the amulet right here.
Yes, you do. Well done.
I don't know how to get to you though. You're kind of far up.
If we wait, I should come down at some point.
And
Okay.
as if summoned, you begin to plummet out of the sky.
I'm only like 20 foot up, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's cool. I can dive up from up to 30 feet safely.
Great, you land in the water. Now you're both in the water. Your ship is destroyed. Ivory is dead.
That was stupid of her.
However, nearby in the rocks, you can see that small schooner.
You know, I think it's good that we didn't steal those sails.
I think you might be right.
And I think that's where we'll wrap up this little one-shot. How are we doing, everyone?
Ivory.
I got a death! I killed someone! It's the first time in the season! I thought it was going to be Nitty. I did. I thought it was going to be Nitty.
It was close.
I was close. If it wasn't for you introducing those recovery rolls to me, it would have been me.
That was exactly the same. So before I did those 2 recovery rolls, I had like 12 health total.
Oh, I at one point was at 1, 5, and 3.
Amazing.
I was almost there.
Intense. Well, let's go round and talk about what our favourite part was. Russ, we'd love to hear what your favourite part of today's show was. But Jay and Alex, I'd also like to know what your favourite episode was. So we'll give you a bit of time to think about that. In the meantime, Russ, why don't you tell us who you are, where we can find you online, your favourite part of the episode, and all the other wonderful things that you do.
So I am Russ Wild. I am the Dungeon Master for Prism Pals, a all-queer, family-friendly podcast, D&D 5e. You can find me online at Prism Pals DM. On Twitter mainly is what I use. My favorite part of the episode was probably just the banter between Ivory, Bree, and Nitty. Just like how we all talked to each other and how we all related to each other. I really liked that.
Muted. There we go. It was pretty special. I really enjoyed that. From the very start, just Bree being fed up of all of you before you'd even done the thing. And the way you played up to it was just... Who wants to go first, Alex, Jay?
I will.
Go on.
My favourite part... Right, wait a minute. My favourite part of this one... was watching them talk to inanimate objects that I couldn't hear talking back. And I was just like, okay. So, that's where we're at. We're talking to random objects now. That is just great. Quite liked that. Quite like the FEMA.
You know, sometimes it just be that way, right?
Yeah. Anyway. My favourite episode is a cross between what Potato said with Wacky Races, because I absolutely loved the Wacky Races one, but also I got to blow up little frog thing. Not frogs. Goblins. Oh, but I also made lots of frogs. No, it is the ship one. The ship one with the frog, because they all went off at the end and likely died in space, and I just got myself a new job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the space one was
The Cypher one,
hilarious.
I was like, bye.
I actually got a message from Lindy as well saying, can we explore these characters more? Like, so much fun.
So yeah, that was my favourite one.
Fantastic. And so Alex, that leaves us with you, buddy.
It does. So I'll follow suit with Jay. Favorite part of this episode was just the madness. Like, I already had an idea of how I was going to go out with a literal bang, but it was as soon as the ship started getting attacked by the weird Kraken Bowser thing, I thought, right, that's it, fair enough, we'll just destroy the ship. And I think it worked quite nicely. Like, I'd already decided at that point that we wouldn't all make out alive, so I was going to try and guarantee the other two did. So that was good. I'm glad that really panned out as well as it did. So my favorite part of the entire season, I think it's got to be. Oh, well, actually, it's two separate things, or many separate things. It's all of the clips that various people, particularly Potato Hollow, have captured through all of our sessions. But my particular favorite is the Wacky Races one, right at the very end, where you're like, everybody wins, and then I said, but I'm not in a car, and you went, then you're disqualified. Yeah, that was my favorite bit. I still watch that one every so often, just because it's brilliant. It's just, you just get to watch my face go, oh, hang on a second, hang on, I'm not in a car here. I just disqualified myself by trying to win.
Which was the most Dick Dastardly move you could have possibly done, I think. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So on brand. And I'm glad you like it, because next season we are going to be running a whole season called Cartoon Karting.
Oh, really?
Which will be a viewer game. It will feature Stonefly Kai and Mage Hand Press, and I'll be releasing the poster for it next week. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in Cypher. We might do some weeks where we do Crash Pandas instead, but we're going to set up special donations for it, and it's going to be very closely based on that Wacky Races game we did, because my god, how much fun it was.
That was amazing. It was amazing. But no, to be honest, all of them have been amazing, and how we tried really, really hard to find something that doesn't work with Cypher. Like last week, even last week, we couldn't do it. There's nothing that this doesn't work with.
Last week, we took your advice so literally, Jay. We were jelly. We were jelly babies.
I want to be jelly babies. I'm sad I wasn't a jelly baby.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Glad you took my advice and were jelly babies though.
Well, we were trying to break the system, trying to see if there's anything it couldn't handle. So yeah, whatever you can think of, we'll do it. But yeah, that's going to be next season. Crash Pandas and
Cypher, maybe.
Thank you. Cypher Wacky Races. I think it will be Cypher. Yeah. Cypher just
should have a look
works.
at Car Wars as well.
Car Wars. Yeah, I'll check that out as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, everyone, that's me, and that is the end of this season. That's the end of the Cypher seminars. I hope you've enjoyed our tutorials. I hope Alex and Jay, I hope you didn't get sick of the tutorials.
Not even
every week. I know some weeks we were still learning things in the tutorials, even up to like week 10 or 12.
Like where the initiative button is.
Beautiful. Here are my closeout links. Please check them all out. The latest thing is Streamlabs merch. We started doing that. So far there's t-shirts. But soon I'm going to be doing some events where we sell posters. First of all, I'll do an event, exclusive events with the Season 1 and Season 2 posters, and then we'll probably do the same thing at the end of Season 3, so you can go and get some posters to, if you were in the show, you can get some posters to represent it and that sort of thing. We've got our raid cry, thanks to Potato Hollow. Also, the other thing I'd like to shout out about is our recent GoFundMe. We're trying to get some money together to buy 15 minutes worth of music, which will loop and stuff that we can use to make Star Wars sound effects for next season's Star Wars campaign. Because yes, I can use royalty-free music, but we all know Star Wars has a very distinct sound, and we want to at least replicate it in as close a way as we can. So I'll be commissioning some music. If you could take some time to look at that, I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you all so much. If you can't help us out, if you can't donate, I appreciate the shares. I appreciate you broadcasting it and pushing the signal. With that, we are going to go on a raid. We're going to go and say hello to Madame Gandalf. Now, this week, I'm mainly doing it so that Alex and Jay can go see their her video again. But unfortunately, they're playing D&D, which means they don't do the raid responses and things. But I say unfortunately, it's Witcher Wednesdays, so they're playing The Witcher. It's a great campaign. You're going to love it when we get over there. Let's get the raid cooling down now. And we will see you all next time. Remember our raid cry. I think we're capable of killing ourselves, Captain. Catch you later, everyone. Bye.